to Indiana High School football on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI. Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Coca-Cola, Culver's Portside Marina, L&D Farms, Farm Fertilizers, First Farmers Bank and Trust, Lawrence Farms, Mark's Body Shop in Knox, Zingo Express, Pulaski Memorial Hospital, Stark County Co-op, The Auto Park with locations in LaPorte, Plymouth, and Bremen, USW Local 9551, Collins Insurance, McGrath Refrigeration, Web Printing, and JT's Shirt Shack, Kankakee Valley REMC, Osborne Advantage Real Estate, Keener Construction, LAP Waste, Sideline Automotive, Howard's Marathon of Winamac, and 5 Star. The Coca-Cola pregame show with Mitch Columbi and Chris McGowan is next.
Takes the snappy hands off the Brown up the middle. Who's going to break away? He's got a lot of room to the 10, the 5, touchdown!
Five Star, the largest meat and grocery store in the area, focused on quality, value, and customer service. The 5 stars in the name of the store come from 5 family members of the original owners serving in World War II, each one represented by a blue star on a flag hanging in the front window of the family home. That's why even decades later, 5 Star is known for its dedication to service. Now that dedication means savings for you. 5 Star, one of the We Care stores, the area's largest meat and grocery store, focused on quality, value, and customer service. Located, you know where, in the Knox Mall.
At First Farmers Bank and Trust, agriculture has been a cornerstone of our business for more than 135 years. Our personal relationships within the ag community run deep for multiple generations. If you're looking for a financial partner that knows, understands, and supports agriculture, I'd love to hear from you. I'm Isaac Blue, Ag Banker at First Farmers. Come into our Knox, North Judson, or Culver branches, or visit us online at ffbt.com when you're ready to talk about growing your operation. First Farmers Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal opportunity lender.
He's going to cross the 40 to the 35-30. He's going to get the first down and more. Up the middle. He breaks away. He took it back. Oh, my goodness. Takes the snap. He throws out to the right side to number 12, who catches it. Touchdown.
Welcome to the Coca-Cola pregame show. Now, here are the voices of KVB's WKVI Sports, Mitch Columbi and Chris McGowan.
You are listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI. Tonight, the North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays host the Winamac Warriors in a rivalry battle dating back to 1971. This is Indiana High School football. With us tonight, special guest Isaac Blue and sideline sports analyst Chris McGowan. Hey, I'm Mitch Columbi. The tradition continues. This is KVB's WKVI Sports. And we welcome you to Week 7 of the Indiana High School football season from North Judson, Indiana, 46366. You better believe we are back for more, set to continue the new era of Kankakee Valley Broadcasting Sports on 99.3 FM and around the world, streaming live on WKVI.com as we get ready For our 7th football broadcast of the season, we have talked with both head coaches of the North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays, Brett Lambert and Winamac's Josh Burgess, during several practices and on the Saturday Sports Line, of course, each week. But when we look at the home team in tonight's football contest, we see the North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays. Head coach Brett Lambert is in his 6th season leading the Blue Jays. They are the number 1 ranked team in 1A and have been looking very, very strong on both sides of the ball. They haven't been scored on since week 2. In week 1, we saw them host their historic cross-county rival, the Knox Redskins, and win big time 42-21. In week 2, Chris got front row access on the sideline and kept us informed on another huge win for the Jays over LaVille on the road. 32-8 was the final that night. In week 3, the shutouts began as we saw them take on the South Central Satellites on the road and win 61-0. In week 4, Chris gave us updates from North Judson as it was their homecoming that night. Chris saw the Jays put up an impressive performance, beating North Miami 46-0. Then in week 5, we saw them take it to the Culver Cavaliers, winning 70-0. Last week, they traveled to Bourbon, Indiana, and beat the Triton Trojans 40-0 as they come into this conference matchup undefeated at 6-0 and 4-0 in HNAC play. Looking at stats for the Jays, they are led by senior running back Cole Wilcox. He has 807 yards on the ground coming into tonight with an average of 13.5 yards per carry. He leads the team with rushing touchdowns as he has 16 total coming into tonight. Right behind him in the rushing department is fullback Brock Benson. He has a total of 587 yards on the ground with an average of 7.8 yards per carry and has 6 rushing touchdowns of his own up to this point. The quarterback is senior Josiah McDaniel. He is 16 for 29 on passing attempts with 433 yards thrown through the air and 4 passing touchdowns with only 1 interception. In the receiving category, Cole Wilcox also leads the team with 219 yards received and 3 touchdown receptions. The Jays are averaging 48.5 points per game on offense and are only allowing 4.8 points per game on defense. With us tonight in the booth, helping us break things down on the field, is one of WKVI's many amazing sports sponsors from First Farmers Bank and Trust. It's Ag and Commercial Banker Isaac Blue. Welcome aboard, Isaac.
Mitch, thanks for having me, buddy.
Oh, man, this is exciting, isn't it?
Hey, I'll tell you what. Let me tell you about this day. We started off chance of rain, pretty cool, warmed up throughout the day, and now we got a perfect Indiana night for the Indiana boys to play a little Friday Night Lights, and might get followed up by a little Aurora Borealis tonight, I'm told, too. So we might have a little tree at the end of the game.
Well, you came prepared today. Well, you're no stranger to the game of football. Of course, you played football growing up, but tell us a little bit of your background.
Sure. I grew up in central Illinois on a corn and soybean farm. Like you said, I did play a little linebacker. I was a 6-foot, 200-pound linebacker in a 1A school just like this in high school, and went on to the University of Illinois. Didn't play football there, too many nagging injuries, and not quite the size, but I'm still an Illinois football fan. Don't hold that against me like my Purdue Boilermaker wife does. But
I like her.
Yeah, she's a diehard Boilermaker. I moved to Indiana, and I work for First Farmers Bank and Trust with my farm background. I'm an ag and commercial banker. So if you ever, I'm talking to you guys out there in the combines tonight, listening to us over the airwaves. Give us a chat sometime if you need somebody for an operating loan or to learn how we can take your business to the next level.
Man, this is awesome. I'm so excited for tonight. You know, the Jays are the number 1 ranked team in 1A. You're in for a treat tonight, buddy.
I am looking forward to that. I've got some friends from the Winamac area, so you were telling me a little bit about this rivalry dating back, what'd you say, the 70s?
1971.
1971. It got kind of hot and heated there back in the 80s, you said. So I'm looking forward to see how this 2-3 team matches up on the road against a 6-0 North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jay team.
Well, we turn the page and look at the away team tonight. The Winamac Warriors head coach Josh Burgess is in his 3rd season at the helm. He is a Winamac Warrior alum. The Warriors started their year off against their cross-county rival, the West Central Trojans, and won 24-16. In week 2, they traveled to Frontier, but weren't able to play that game due to the weather. They were not able to get that game rescheduled, unfortunately. In week 3, they traveled to another one of their rivals at Pioneer and fell 35-0. In week 4, they hosted Culver and won 22-14. Week 5, they fell to Triton at home 28-0. Last week, they fell on the road to North Miami 41-14. Coach Burgess told us in practice this week it's been key injuries that have plagued the Warriors the last several weeks. The several injured are expected to return next week. This week, though, it is all hands on deck for the Warriors. We will see what the Warriors have in store tonight as they enter Week 7 against their heated rival, the North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays, at 2-3 on the year and 1-3 in Hoosier North Athletic Conference play. Looking at stats for the Warriors, they are led by sophomore running back Tierson Wolford. He has rushed the ball 58 times for 312 yards. He comes into tonight averaging a strong 5.38 yards per carry. It has one rushing touchdown. The Warriors have another running back that has been putting up good numbers. Senior Addison Allen has rushed the ball 35 times for 125 yards and has one touchdown on the ground as well. In the receiving category, Allen also leads the team in receiving yards with 138 on 5 receptions. He has one receiving touchdown up to this point as well. The Warriors are averaging 12 points per game on offense, and their defense is allowing 26.8 points per game coming into tonight. Chris, it's been a tough go for the Warriors as of late. Give us your thoughts.
The injury bug has killed Winamac so far.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, again, not going to be without their starting quarterback tonight and the Adriano kid, who's just a freshman. But I think talking to the coaches, they have 8 starters out tonight. So tonight could be a long road for the Warriors.
Well, we are expecting an amazing evening of IHSAA Week 7 football action as we appreciate you joining us on the Coca-Cola pregame show. Taste the feeling. We'll be back after a word from our sponsors as the Pulaski Memorial Hospital Injury Report is next. You are listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Real magic is everywhere. It's in your mom's cooking, in 4-hour dinners with friends, in that first bite of something new, and in the fizz of a Coca-Cola. Now with so many options for less than $5, the Coca-Cola Value Collection will help you make the most out of every magic moment for so much less. Taste the magic for less with Coca-Cola.
BP gasoline with Invigorate helps clean your engine and can give you more miles per tank. Continuous use may result in the following pleasant side effects: excessive smiling, feeling more relaxed, taking more drives just because, volunteering for carpool twice in a row, and bragging to your friends about how you use our best fuel ever. To find out if BP gasoline with Invigorate is right for you, stop by your local station to discover our best fuel ever. Versus minimum detergent gas. Average restored 3 to 5 miles per tank, based on fleet testing and based on what you drive and how you drive.
High school sports brought to you by Zingo Express.
Who's in? Who's out? It's the Pulaski Memorial Hospital Injury Report with Mitch Columbi. Mitch?
Hey, thanks, John. The Pulaski Memorial Hospital has been serving lives of the residents of Pulaski County and the surrounding area since 1963. We appreciate them supporting local high school sports and helping continue the tradition on KVB's WKVI. Several injuries to report tonight. First for Winamac, they have had starting freshman quarterback Xavier Adriano out on a concussion protocol the last 2 weeks. Lane Tetzloff, Lewis Rugg, and Reed Anderson are all listed out for the Warriors in this one tonight. The Jays have Brody Bridegroom listed out as well. He has been out with a right knee injury for 3 weeks now. We hope a speedy recovery for all of the individuals listed, as that is our Pulaski Memorial Hospital Injury Report. We turn now to last year's matchup between the Blue Jays and the Warriors. We were, of course, there for that one. 1971 was the first year Winamac began their historic football program. WKVI has never missed this rivalry matchup between the Blue Jays and the Warriors. And thanks to our amazing sponsors who believe in what we do, we are able to continue this wonderful tradition. So we go into the vault and back through the archives where we saw a scoreless game through the first 3 quarters in last year's rivalry matchup. The Blue Jays had an amazing pick six that literally happened in the very first play of the fourth quarter as we were coming back from commercial break. Here's the call. at Liberty Field. Mitch Columbia along with sports analyst Chris McGowan. We go to the fourth quarter, 0-0 against the Winamac Warriors. As the Warriors have ball this possession here with 3rd and 15. They're going to have to make a play here. Stepping back, looking to throw. It's Max Gearhart. He does. Over to the right side. It's intercepted by Cole Wilcox. He retreats back to the 25, to the 20, to the 15, to the 10. He's still on his feet, and he's going to get the touchdown. A pick 6 for Cole Wilcox. And that's how the Blue Jays get on the board. We've got a Warrior injured on the field, and Chris has just joined me in the booth.
Let me catch my breath.
Yeah. The Blue Jays went for 2 and did not get it. The Warriors then responded right away on this Addison Allen kickoff return. Kick returned by Addison Allen. He cuts through to the 45-50. Oh my goodness. 45-40, 35-30, 25-20, 15-10-5. It's a Winamac Warrior touchdown. Addison Allen. They matched it on the next play. Oh my goodness. The Warriors decided to go for 2 and got it, taking the lead a year ago, 8-6 over the Jays in the fourth quarter. The Jays responded by marching down the field, though, and providing this Brock Benson touchdown. Ball on the 18-yard line, 1st and 10. Josiah McDaniel hands off to Brock Benson away. He breaks away, and he is going to get the touchdown. Brock Benson, a North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jay touchdown. 12-8. The Blue Jays take back the lead. The Jays went for 2 and got that one off of Josiah McDaniel, run up the middle, making it 14-8. The Warriors weren't able to get a good drive together, unfortunately, in the fourth quarter on offense. The Jays defense woke up and snuffed out any hope that was left by scoring this final touchdown by quarterback Josiah McDaniel. Ball on the Warriors' 18-yard line. Josiah McDaniel takes the snap. It's a quarterback keep up the middle. Now he's going to wake his way around, and he's going to get the touchdown. Josiah McDaniel, another North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jay touchdown. That was the Jays' 3rd win in a row over their rival of Winamac, as the final was 21-8. That was Week 5 last year on September 15th, 2023. It has been since November 6th of 2020 since Winamac has beaten their Blue Jay rivals. We will see what gets added to the archives tonight. Stay tuned as we will hear from Brett Lambert of the Blue Jays and Josh Burgess of the Warriors after the break. That's in the KVB Coach's Corner. You are listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
This is Josh Burgess, head coach of the Winamac Warriors. Stay tuned for more Warrior football on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
This presentation of our area's local high school sports is sponsored by Pulaski Memorial Hospital in Winamac. Pulaski Memorial Hospital is dedicated to providing excellent health care to improve the health and quality of life for the people and the community they serve. They will meet the community's needs and exceed their expectations by creating the best possible healthcare experience. For more information of the services they provide, call 946-2100.
One of our hometown businesses here in our area in Monterey, it's LAP Waste.
Being able to recycle is one of our main goals at LAP Waste. Being able to say that we only take about 8% of our trash to the dump is pretty impressive for us, and we hope to keep building on that.
We service an 80-mile circle from Monterey. If you have a small job, big job, or just have a one-time, we are here to make a difference in this area.
And that phone number, Kirby?
574-542-4019.
It's time to hear from the coaches in the KVB Coaches Corner. Here's Mitch Columbia.
I'm talking with head coach of the Winamac Warriors, Josh Burgess. Here we are, Coach, Week 7. It's a rivalry dating back to 1971. I've been told that these two teams have never missed a game between each other since that time, so a lot is going into this matchup tonight. You told me a little bit of what you know about the Blue Jays this past week in our practice report. What do you know about the Warriors in this matchup tonight?
Hey, I know our kids are coming out and play hard. Our kids are excited for the opportunity. You know, it's not every day you get to play the number 1 team in the state, so it's going to be a tough task for us. We know that. We've had a good week of practice. I think our kids are prepared and they're ready to go.
What's the first thing you think you want to, or definitely you have to see on defense the first drive once the Blue Jays have the ball?
Yeah, we just have to make sure that we're where we need to be in our gaps. We got to tackle well tonight. We can't miss tackles, and just got to execute the game plan.
Message to Warrior Nation at home or here in the stands listening.
Hey, appreciate all the support. It's going to be a good night of football tonight. Weather's great, so we're ready to get after it.
Appreciate your time, Coach.
Thanks, Mitch. Appreciate you.
Culver's Portside Marina handles all water and recreational needs. When it comes to pontoons, Godfrey leads the industry in performance and quality, and Portside Marina has them in stock. From Sanpan, Aqua Patio, Sweetwater, and Monaco pontoons, if you're looking for a family boat, Culver's Portside Marina can help. Discover the evolution of the wake boat through luxury models offered from Centurion and Supreme Surf Boats. Yamaha Wave Runners and Kawasaki jet skis are on the showroom floor waiting. Located at 514 West Mill Street in Culver. Stop in or call them at 574-842-5000. Culver's Portside Marina.
Okay, I am talking with head coach of the North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays. It's Brett Lambert. Coach, Week 7. You've been able to shut out your opponents the last several weeks in a row. That is no easy task to do. What do you think is in store tonight against the Warriors?
Well, first of all, we just need to get a victory. However we can do that, we'll find a way to get it done. But I'm expecting them to bring their A game tonight, and I'm hoping that we decide that we're going to bring our A game as well, and then we'll see what happens. But the shutout streak's awesome. Those guys have done a great job. But it's not about that. I mean, if it ends tonight, that's fine as long as we get a victory, because that's what means the most.
Coach, anything in particular that you are looking to see from the Jays? I know we've talked a little bit in the past before. When everything's going well, you still want to keep an eye on the small little detailed things. Is there anything in particular that we should look out as well for?
Yeah, I want to see us play fast tonight, get out of the huddle quick, just get after it. I feel like, I think I said this earlier, in the week, that I just feel like we've been a little slow at times and maybe too methodical, and I'd like to see a little bit more pressure on us tonight. Even if the pressure's not coming from Winamac, we need to put some pressure on ourselves. So yeah, I want a faster pace tonight, especially early in the game.
Message to Blue Jay Nation here at home.
Get out here. It's beautiful. This is perfect football weather. It's definitely not cold, but it's not some of that hot humidity that we have. I see a Kona Ice is here. I think there's a coffee truck down there, so there's all kinds of stuff. You can get a hot dog. I mean, just come out here, have some fun with the family, and cheer on the Blue Jays.
Yeah, I saw it's Hometown Heroes Night tonight, Coach. Share with us your thoughts about your hometown heroes.
No, that's awesome. I mean, whether you're talking military or police, firefighters, I mean, that's definitely something we should all be supportive of, because you have people who sacrifice time from family to help others out, so that's obviously a big deal. And again, we take a lot of pride in that, and I have a lot of friends who serve in the military, so I take a lot of pride in that myself. And when even national anthem before the game, I always say a quick prayer for the military, and then for the football team, and then just think about all the people that I went to school with that served in the military.
God bless America, Coach.
Absolutely.
Hey folks, Auto Park Fort LaPorte has got some news for you. We now have the largest selection of pre-owned vehicles in LaPorte County. So if you're in the market, come and check us out, because right now is the best time to trade in your current vehicle. Not interested in purchasing a vehicle? That's okay. We'll buy yours even if you don't buy ours. Not currently in the market, but your car needs serviced? Come check out our newly renovated service department and let them take care of all your service needs. And remember, we're not just an auto dealer, we're an auto park.
Time now for the keys to the game. Sponsored by the Auto Park, with locations in LaPorte, Plymouth, and Bremen.
All right. As we get set for Week 7 of the Indiana High School football season, what are your keys to the game as a North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jay, Chris?
Come out and do what you do. Get off to a quick start. Don't let this Winamac Warrior team hang around. And I tell you what, here for the first 6 weeks, North Judson has just gotten that proverbial snowball rolling downhill, and just continue to do what you do.
All right, now flip sides, Chris. If you are the Winamac Warriors, how do you keep this game close and put yourself in position to win?
Maintain possession of the football. You got to dominate the time of possession tonight, and you cannot give North Judson a short field. North Judson has made their mark this year on big play after big play after big play. So even forcing them to go 80, 90 yards has not been a problem. But again, your best defense tonight is a good offense.
That's our Keys to the Game, sponsored by the Auto Park with locations in LaPorte, Plymouth, and Bremen. It's now time to sit back, pop open an ice-cold Coke and chill. The Coca-Cola pregame show continues. Our LAP Waste starting lineups are next. You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
This is Brett Lambert, head coach of the North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays. Stay tuned for more Blue Jay football on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Have you ever wondered how much I could sell my vehicle for? Well, Auto Park Chevrolet GMC can help with that. We're looking to buy your vehicle. It is a quick, simple process that puts money in your pocket. Stop by the Auto Park on Oak Road for one of our sales professionals to assess your vehicle and have a cash price for you in moments. If you're looking to trade, we have stacks of inventory for you to choose from, or you can walk away with a check in hand. Don't hassle with listing on Marketplace or waiting forever to sell it privately. Let us make you an offer today. Auto Park Chevrolet GMC. Check us out at www.autoparkchevroletbuickgmc.com or call 574-936-5590 or come to see us next to Walmart in Plymouth.
It's time for the LAP Waste starting lineups.
For the Warriors of Winamac, Indiana on offense starting at quarterback tonight, we will see Aiden Schooler. The running backs are Addison Allen, Ethan Burgess, and Tierson Wolford. The wide receivers are Hayden Taylor and Parker Zeider. In the trenches on the O-line for the Warriors are Alex Stonebracker and Cale Federer. As the offensive tackles, Cody Wheeler and Talon Garner are the offensive guards, and Aaron Harden is at the center position. On defense for the Warriors, starting safeties are Addison Allen and Ethan Burgess. Starting cornerbacks are Hayden Taylor and Caden Runk. The linebackers are Parker Zeider, Tierson Wolford, and Ivan Cardenas. On the D-line for the Warriors, we will see Alex Stonebracker and Talon Garner as the defensive ends, with Cody Wheeler and Cale Federer as the defensive tackles. On offense for the Blue Jays of North Judson-San Pierre tonight, starting quarterback, we will see Josiah McDaniel. Starting halfbacks tonight are Cole Wilcox and Grayson McDaniel. Starting fullback is Brock Benson. Starting wide receivers will be Braden Staten and Trey McGowan. Now for the big men up front, Caden Johnson and Deegan Hampton start at the tackle positions. CJ Sanchez and Harley Fox will be the guards, and Cole Kozakar is in the middle at the center position. On defense for the Blue Jays, starting safeties will be Josiah McDaniel and Aiden Christensen. Starting cornerbacks will be Logan Pratke and Ethan Hack. Starting linebackers are Cole Wilcox, Brock Benson, Trey McGowan, and Grayson McDaniel. And on the defensive line, getting after it is Cole Kozakar as the nose, with Caden Johnson and CJ Sanchez as the defensive ends. That is our LAP Waste starting lineups, as we will be back to get set for kickoff. Hey, you are listening to KVB's WKVI.
This is Josh Burgess, head coach of the Winamac Warriors. Stay tuned for more Warrior football on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
It takes smart planning by a skilled expert to get you just the right heating, cooling, and energy-efficient system for your home. McGrath Refrigeration can install an affordable Armstrong air system that will cut your energy costs while enhancing your comfort. You'll see the difference in your first energy bill. Give McGrath Refrigeration your local Armstrong dealer a call today at 574-772-3575. That's 574-772-3575. McGrath Refrigeration, where the temperature is always just right. One of our hometown businesses here in our area in Monterey, it's LAP Waste.
Being able to recycle is one of our main goals at LAP Waste. Being able to say that we only take about 8% of our trash to the dump is pretty impressive for us, and we hope to keep building on that.
We service an 80-mile circle from Monterey. If you have a small job, big job, or just have a one-time, we are here to make a difference in this area.
And that phone number, Kirby?
574-542-4019.
The tradition continues with Mitch Columbi on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
From North Judson, Indiana, welcome to Week 7 of the Indiana high school football season between the North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays and the Winamac Warriors. I am Mitch Columbi. The tradition continues here on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting as WKVI will always be there. Follow us on all of our social media sites. We are on Instagram at WKVI Sports, on X at KVB Sports, and on Facebook at Sports to the Max for all Kankakee Valley Broadcasting sports content. You can listen to us on your phone. Just go to one of our social media sites I mentioned and tap the link on our page. We are literally in the palm of your hand. Want to watch the game and hear us at the same time? Go to WKVI.com, click on sports, or hit the link in our bio on all of our social media sites I just mentioned. Watch the game and listen along with us. We pause for our national anthem. Every morning, join Rich Wallman on the WKVI Morning Show, Monday through Friday, 5 a.m. to 12 p.m. Central. Catch local news as well for our area with KVB News Director Anita Gooden, who covers news on WYMR and WKVI. Catch our stories on WKVI.com and Max983.net to stay up to speed in your local area. We are proud to let you know the public address announcer tonight at Liberty Field is Nathan Radke. The scoreboard operator is Bill Ransom. The play clock operator is Gary Baxter. Our officials for tonight are Lou Brown, Chris Neubauer, Joe Garnett, Jim Zesser, and Brad Weaver. Down on the sidelines getting all the inside information from the field is sports analyst Chris McGowan. Up in the booth, we are honored to have First Farmers Bank and Trust Ag and Commercial Banker Isaac Blue on the call. And like I said, I'm Mitch Columbi, proud to be doing the play-by-play as we are set for Indiana high school football from North Judson, Indiana. We look around our other area teams tonight. Chris, the Knox Redskins sitting at 4-2 on the year on the road against conference foe Jimtown, who is also 4-2. Do the Redskins pull out the win against the Jimmies?
I think it's going to be a close game, but I think Knox, too much offensively, but Jimtown is a storied program, a lot of state championships, a lot of success there. But I think the Redskins go up to Bago Township and get the job done.
The West Central Trojans are 4-2. They host Faith Christian, who are 2-3. Coach Mark Hall told us this is kind of like a rivalry or an ex-conference game, so to speak. Chris, do the Trojans make it happen tonight against Faith Christian?
Yeah, they do. I think, West Central's been their own worst enemy, turnovers. But if they take care of the football tonight, I think they come away with an easy victory.
The Culver Cavaliers are 1-5 on the road to take on Pioneer, who's 5-1. Chris, the Cavs going to have a tough time tonight?
Yeah, they're going to have a very tough time tonight. The Pit is always a tough place to play down at Royal Center. I like the pork burgers down there, though. I got to say that. But, Culver's going to have a very tough road tonight. Pioneer should win that one pretty easily.
The South Central Satellite sitting at 1-5. They had a long road to North Miami tonight, who is 4-2. Satellites have a tough time in North Miami, Chris.
Yeah, that North Miami team, not very big, but I tell you what, they are scrappy. I mean, they gave Judson all they could handle for a quarter. South Central, it's a long road trip all the way down to North Miami, and the Warriors come out with the victory pretty easily.
All of that lines us up for our game. The North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays hosting the Winamac Warriors since 1971. They have always played each other. Chris, what happens in this one tonight?
I think North Judson comes out and takes care of business. They just had the coin toss. The Warriors won the toss and elected to receive. So, like I was saying, I think that time of possession is something that Winamac is going to try to dominate here tonight.
Tonight's kickoff is brought to you in part by Web Printing and JT Shirt Shack and Winamac. We also appreciate them being the sponsor for the Tyler Ross WKVI Athlete of the Week Award given out each week on the Saturday Sports Line, the longest-running high school sports show in Indiana, thanks to our very own Harold Welter. Set to kick is Logan Pradke. Deep to return is Addison Allen, as well as number 21. That is Ethan Burgess. And we are underway here in Week 7. A booming kick back to the 8-yard line. It's Addison Allen to take it. He crosses the 20 to the 25, and that's where he's brought down. And that's where the Warriors will start this opening drive. We will see what happens. Of course, their starting quarterback is out the last couple of weeks due to concussion protocol. The kid that gets the call tonight, guys, is Aiden Schooler. We'll see what he has in store. Schooler, of course, we've known him before. He's a senior, 6 foot, 160 pounds, and he is running this Warrior offense in an interesting formation here. Takes the snap out of the gun, throws into the flat, and he is tackled in the backfield by Logan Pradke. It was his intended target, Parker Zeider. He had it there, Isaac, but just nothing going.
Nope. Yeah, got blown up there on the C gap on the left side and just catches him down. Looks like a loss of 7 or 8.
Yeah, they will spot this at about the 17-yard line. It'll bring up 2nd and 18 here, just as Isaac just mentioned a moment ago. The Warriors will break the huddle and trot up to the line of scrimmage. It's Schooler under center. Sets his man in motion. That's Allen. Tosses out to Addison Allen. Here he comes up the right side, and he's wrapped up at the 16, 17-yard line, right at the line of scrimmage again.
Yeah, that's Brock Benson coming right through there. He's a 6 foot, 217-pound linebacker. Pretty imposing figure coming down the hill at you.
Having a tough time getting around the edge there, Chris.
Yeah, Winamac running that wide toss play that they like to run. Another staple of the Winamac offense is the counter, so North Judson needs to stay at home. But, again, that first offensive play for Winamac, just a weird formation. Just had offensive linemen all the way. Yeah. They had the entire offense spread from sideline to sideline.
All right, under center, it's Schooler on 3rd and 18. Takes the snap, fumble on the play, picked up by the Blue Jays. Back to the 15, to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown, Blue Jays. Quick work. I think that is...
I believe that's Brian Korcha, number 8. Is that right?
No, it's Trey McGowan.
Trey McGowan, sorry about that.
So Trey McGowan gets the scoop and score. They had it right up the gut there, Chris, and they lost possession. What happened? Did you see it?
Just running the little counter play there, a little fullback trap, going to fake the toss and try to hit the fullback coming back and just didn't get the handoff.
So the Blue Jays are set to kick this. The snap, the hold, the kick is up away, and it is no good, just shy. I believe that was Trey McGowan on the kicking duties there.
Yeah, I think that was just wide right. Had the height, barely, but I think it's just wide right.
So a quick score off the fumble from the Warriors gives the Jays a 6-point lead with 10:23 to go. That's fast work, and the Jays defense was there.
Not too bad. Hey, if your defense can do some heavy lifting for you and get some points for you, just makes it takes that pressure off the offense for sure.
Keener Construction is proud to be a Knox Redskin alum. They are excited to witness the Redskins take the field each week this season. Call Chad Keen at Keener Construction today for all your construction needs at 574-806-1387. Osborne Advantage Real Estate is a proud sponsor of local high school sports and would love the opportunity to make you feel right at home here in Stark County. Call them today at 574-896-2567. Set to kick again for the North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays is Logan Pradke. Deep to return is Ethan Burgess and Addison Allen. Interesting, we talked about it in the pregame. You know, Addison Allen had a kickoff return for a touchdown last year in this game. So, you know, they kicked off to him to start the game, maybe kind of sending a message, so to speak. We're not letting that happen again this year.
No, they had him well covered on the last kick. We'll see what they do this time.
Pradke will kick this one this time to Burgess, who will pick it up at the 18, crosses the 20 to the 25, and that's where he's met by several Blue Jays. Logan Pradke, one of them. We'll see where they spot it here.
The Warriors just never succeeded in setting up that wedge. It just got completely blown up.
Well, North Judson's one of the very few teams. Usually, on a kickoff team, your kicker is your safety. But North Judson allows him just to keep his momentum after he kicks the ball, and he's usually the first one down the field. And, hey, when you got a safety kicking the ball off, yeah, he's going to make some tackles for you.
Schooler under center, a plethora of wide receivers at his disposal. Flags fly.
False start.
Actually, illegal participation. They had 12 kids on the field.
Oh, my. So there were 12 individuals on the field for the Warriors. Some miscommunication there. They'll spot the ball at the 20-yard line, where originally it was at the 25. This will make it 1st and 15. So on the first two opening drives for the Warriors, man, they are making it hard on themselves here.
Yeah, they definitely need to stay ahead of the chains, and that penalty there is going to put them behind the chains. So, yeah, not the start you wanted if you're a Warrior fan.
Schooler sets his man in motion, takes it under center. It's a handoff up the near sideline. Now he cuts back to the middle of the field to the 27, and a nice little run there by number 21 of the Winamac Warriors. That's Ethan Burgess, a name I think we're going to hear quite a bit tonight.
Yeah, just a jet sweep there by the Warriors, and North Judson needs to do a better job of setting the edge and forcing him to cut back sooner. They allowed him to get to the edge there, and a nice pickup of 7 yards there on first down.
A good vision, though, too, to know to cut back to the middle.
That's right.
This will bring up 2nd and 8 here. Ball on their own 27-yard line. We are at 9 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the opening quarter. The North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays lead the Winamac Warriors 6-0. Schooler under center, and he draws.
Might have drawn him off sides.
He may have got a Blue Jay to jump early.
Nope, jump. All right.
Yeah, it's going to be on number 1 of the Warriors, Ivan Cardanes. Cardenas, and unfortunately, will be another penalty on the Warriors here, Chris.
Yeah, it takes it from 2nd and 8 to 2nd and 13, so.
I was right the first time.
So they're reassessing the penalty. There was a miscommunication between the officials. They weren't sure who it was on exactly. They've got the ball spotted on the 23-yard line in Warrior territory. Schooler under center on 2nd down, takes the snap, spins around, hands off to Addison Allen up the right side, and he's met by a big-time Blue Jay hit. Christian Hiddle, the junior. Nice tackle there. They gain a few yards, though.
Did a good job faking that handoff, sweeping up to the left, drew a couple linebackers, gave him a little space to keep that ball and move up the right side for a gain of 2 or 3.
Yeah, that's that patented counter play that Winamac likes to run. So, again, North Judson's got to do a good job of staying at home. Only gave up about 5 yards there, so 3rd and 8 for the Warriors.
The Warriors need these 8 yards here to keep this drive alive as they trail 6-0. Schooler out of the gun, sets his man in motion, takes the snap, steps back. Now he's moving into the pocket. He's going to tuck and run himself. He's going to get the first down. Smart move by Schooler. Gets all the way to the 38, 39-yard line, and it's enough to move the chains for a Warriors first down.
Yep, those linebackers just sit back looking for a target for him to throw to, and that just opens that center of the field for him to move right up and get the first down.
Yeah, good read there. Didn't like what he saw and just tucked it up and ran. So usually the one guy, North Judson, that defensively you don't account for is a mobile quarterback, but North Judson's going to have to make the adjustment if he's going to tuck it and run.
Fresh set of downs under center. It's Schooler, takes the snap, hands off, Allen up the middle, breaks away to the 50, now to the 45, and he's tackled on the other side of the field. The Warriors are breathing life into this drive.
That was a nice pull. He came around right up through the B gap, I believe, and just had wide open space, daylight for a nice gain.
He's slippery, too. They definitely like Allen, it seems, Chris.
Well, Addison Allen's a name that has been talked about at Winamac Warrior football for the last 4 years. Seems like he's been there for forever.
Another fresh set of downs for the Warriors, and they will be offsides. I think they were a little early there and didn't listen to the cadence from Schooler.
Addison Allen and Talon Garner, two kids that we've talked about a lot the last 4 years.
You look at Allen. He's 6'2", 180 pound. That's pretty imposing size for a running back.
First and 15 after the assessed penalty. On the Blue Jay 46, Schooler under center, sets his man in motion, takes a snap, spins around. It's the same play. It's Addison Allen up the right side and a big-time gain.
Allen again.
Oh, late flag. My goodness, I think some choice words were said there at the end of the play. Oh, they're calling it on the Warriors. My apologies. So the flag comes in late there, Chris.
Yeah, Ivan Cardenas, their little extracurricular activity. They got tied up with Pratke, I believe it was. So it's going to be a 15-yard penalty.
Score update from Jimtown. The Knox Redskins score first. Miles McLaughlin ran a 41-yarder in for the touchdown. They missed the two-point conversion, though, with 7 minutes left in the first. Knox leads 6-0. Back in our game, the Blue Jays lead 6-0 over their rival, the Winamac Warriors, with 7:35 to go. It's 2nd and 15. Ball spotted back in Warrior territory on the 48-yard line. It's Aiden Schooler taking it under center. Sets Allen in motion, takes the snap, hands off to Allen again, and he gets to maybe the 49-yard line in Blue Jay territory. It'll bring up a long third down here, guys.
Allen chips away at it when he gets the ball. If they can just get out of their own way and clean up some of those penalties, they could be making this quite a game for North Judson.
Yeah, so 3rd and 19 here for the Warriors. Not too many plays in the playbook for that, but again, you got to account for the quarterback picking it up with his feet.
Under center, takes a snap, rolls out to the near sideline. Blue Jays after me, overthrows it, and it's intercepted by Trey McGowan. Near sideline, tackled late by number 7 of the Warriors, Tierson Wolford. So another turnover. The Jays have it in their own territory. Trey McGowan all over the place, Chris.
There's a penalty flag on the field here, so let's see what this call is going to be.
Trey McGowan in the right spot at the right time yet again.
Looks like it's against Winamac again.
Yeah, it's against Winamac. North Judson's going to decline that, so North Judson will have their first offensive possession here in pretty good field position.
Yep.
Yeah, very good field position.
North Judson sets up in that 3-4 with 2 deep safeties. They're just waiting for a pass to come around, and McGowan just reads it perfectly, picks it up, puts it back on Winamac's 42-yard line.
Schooler had his man. He just overthrew him. Unfortunate for the Warriors. But here come the Jays out of the gun. It's Josiah McDaniel with Brock Benson to the right. Sets Wilcox in motion, takes a snap, fakes the handoff, keeps it himself up the left side. He's got a lot of space at the 40. Oh, my gosh, hurdles a player at the 42, now to the 35, to the 30, still on his feet to the 28. Josiah McDaniel with a spectacular first down run all the way to the far sideline.
That's a way to keep those legs moving, man. He was wrapped up twice, maybe 3 times, keeps chopping, and able to bust through and get the first down.
Yeah, it looked like a busted play in the backfield.
Yeah.
It looked like he was waiting for somebody to hand the ball off to, and the running back never showed up, so he just tucked it and ran.
We are seeing the heavy senior team right now. This is exactly what these athletes do. And Josiah McDaniel, one of the seniors on this team, makes an amazing play with his legs. As here it's 1st and 10 on the Warriors 29, out of the gun. McDaniel takes the snap, fakes the handoff to Benson, rolls out to the near sideline, deep pass play, number 80, and it's overthrown.
He had him all day long, wide open.
Braden Staten, the senior, was the intended target. He had him, but it just was overthrown. Had a little pressure there by the Warriors' defensive line, Chris.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure there. Kind of rolled him out of the pocket, had Staten. I'd like to see Braden kind of lay out for that. I think if he lays out, he gives himself a chance to catch it. Just about 2 or 3 yards overthrown there. But again, pretty good ball there by Josiah on the run with pressure in his face.
So next play, 2nd and 10. McDaniel from shotgun takes the snap, keeps it himself up the middle, and he's tackled by a couple of Warriors. Tierson Wolford, one of them, also Parker Zeider, the junior.
Again, the snap was a little high there. That was supposed to be triple option there, but the first option, because of the high snap, kind of took itself out of the equation there. So Josiah had to keep it, and again, the high snap just messed up the timing there for North Judson.
So it'll be 3rd down here for the Jays, a rare occurrence. 3rd and 7, ball on the Warriors' 26-yard line. They lead 6-0 with 5:20 to go in the opening quarter. Out of the gun, it's Josiah McDaniel with Benson to his right. Sets Wilcox in motion. Toss out to Benson. Here he comes. Crosses the 20 to the 15. Oh my gosh, spinning at the 5, and he's tackled at the 3. He wouldn't go down for anybody.
Again, North Judson, unconventional. We're going to run that toss to the fullback, and Brock Benson at 217 pounds can pick him up and put him down with the best of them.
So 1st and goal for the Jays. Ball spotted on the 4-yard line under center. It's Josiah McDaniel. Takes the snap, hands off up the middle, diving for it.
Can be just short. And North Judson going no huddle here.
Little hurry-up offense. They handed off to Grayson McDaniel, but it didn't happen. Now here we go again under center. It's a quarterback keep up the middle. Josiah McDaniel!
They're signaling a touchdown.
And it is a touchdown.
That's a touchdown.
So they will add 6 more points to the board, making it 12-0. We'll see if they go for the extra point or the 2-point conversion here.
That's an impressive drive by North Judson, especially when Winamac's bringing 6 men on the front. They're still able to find a hole and run right up to, down the field on them.
Yeah, North Judson going to go for 2 here. They like to run ISO to Cole Wilcox, or I'm thinking a wide toss here to Cole.
Yeah, they do like that toss
like
out.
I formation here.
Under center, McDaniel in the eye. Takes the snap, spins around, hand off to Wilcox up the right side, and he will get the 2-point conversion, 14-0. The Blue Jays lead the Winamac Warriors with 4:38 to go here in the first quarter. We look around some other area teams. Some scores are coming in. Down in Francisville, Chris, the West Central Trojans are leading Faith Christian 22-0. Very close to first half coming to a close there, so the Trojans taking care of business. And then the Culver Cavaliers trailing Pioneer at the end of the first quarter, 21-6. Tough sledding for the Cavs there in Royal Center. A couple of score updates, but back in our game, the Jays lead the Winamac Warriors 14-0 as Sideline Automotive is a hometown-proud auto care shop, recently voted Stark County's best for tires and oil changes. Call Joe today at 574-249-5537. L&D Farms is a proud sponsor of local high school sports. They are no stranger to hard work and dedication and recognize the structure and discipline that goes into playing sports and being part of a team. L&D Farms wishes all local teams good luck this season. Finally, local Union USW 9551 is a proud sponsor of local high school sports. They believe in the future of these young adults and wish them luck as they take on their opponents this season. Number 1 ranked team in 1A. It's no joke for the Judson Blue Jays.
Now they're fun to watch. I've been the girls at work have been following Knox, and I was impressed to see North Judson whip up on him. So it's cool to watch a number 1 team here under the lights.
So Pradke will kick to Burgess. He'll pick it up at the 13, crosses the 25 to the 30, still on his feet to the 34, and that's where the Warriors will start this next possession, their 3rd offensive drive of this quarter.
It's nice to see a real kickoff.
Good starting field position here for Winamac. Let's see if they can get out of their own way here with the penalties. You know, as Coach Roth used to say when he was the head coach here at Winamac, they just keep shooting themselves in the foot.
Yeah. So here come the Warriors trying to put something together on their own 33. Schooler takes the snap, hands off, Allen. And he's met by several Blue Jays at the 35, maybe the 34-yard line. It may be a yard gained.
just not much doing there. I think they've got that red. They set up there in trips, and if he's not going to go and pass to one of those guys, they pretty well know it's a run to number 15.
Yeah, they've run that counter play about 4 or 5 times now. North Judson has stiffened up defensively with each time they've ran it. So Winamac's going to have to maybe put that play in the back pocket for a while.
Out of the gun, 2nd and 8. Schooler takes the snap, steps back. He's going to quarterback keep up the middle. Wrapped up by 54, the Blue Jays. That was Christian Hiddle, the junior. He had nowhere to go.
Nope. The pocket collapsed on him, and he did the best he could, but they were waiting for him.
I actually think that was a designed quarterback draw there for the Warriors, trying to take advantage of this aggressive downhill North Judson defense.
So another 3rd down for the Warriors. 3:20 to go in the first quarter. They trail 14-0. Jays in all blue, top to bottom with gold trim and gold helmets. The Warriors white jerseys with, is it burgundy? Maroon. Toss out to Addison Allen, and he will get tackled on the far side of the field. You'd think in year 3 I would know the correct color. But they have white jerseys with maroon bottoms. And something new to the Warriors helmets I talked to head coach Josh Burgess about was, Chris, they normally have a big W on the helmet. You notice it's different this year.
Yeah, usually it's been the block W for a long time, and now I think it looks like almost tomahawks almost.
Yes, they are crossing tomahawks on the helmets, looking very sharp this season are the Warriors. As here we go, they are going to have to punt here on 4th and 5.
Oh.
Yeah, flags fly as the snap went way over the head of number 18, Aiden Schooler, who was set to punt this one away. They're going to call it, it looks like.
False start.
Yeah. So this
luckily that false start, that's one of the penalties you're kind of happy as a coach that they called that, because that ball was 10 feet over the punter's head. That would not have been good for the Warriors.
Not have been good. So this will spot it at the 33. The snap, the hold, the punt is clean away. A nice booming punt to the far side of the field in Blue Jay territory. It'll bounce out at about the 40-41 yard line, and that's where the Jays will take over on this next drive. They lead 14-0 with 2:52 to go in the first quarter. Man, the Jays are working like clockwork here.
They're doing great, but Winamac has, 5-6 penalties now? They're just starting to pile up, and like Chris said, just shooting themselves in the foot, not giving themselves any chance. And you need any chance you can get when you're already up against the number 1 team in the conference.
Ball is actually spotted on the 40-yard line for the Jays. It's Josiah McDaniel out of the gun with Brock Benson to his right. Sets Wilcox in motion, takes the snap, handoff to Brock Benson up the middle, crosses the 50 to the 45 to the 40, now the 35 to the 30, 25 to the 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown Blue Jays, Brock Benson!
He busts right through there. Grayson McDaniel, number 21, tries to make the free safety tries to make a shoestring tackle, and he just can't get him. He speeds away to the end zone.
Yeah, again, just triple option right there, and Josiah McDaniel making a great read. And if you're not going to get down on the fullback, that's a give all day long, and Brock Benson's going to make you pay.
To kick the extra point is Trey McGowan. The snap. Oh, botched snap. And he couldn't get the placement, and they will be tackled. So the extra point is no good, keeping it 20-0 with 2:41 to go here in the first quarter. They've been practicing the extra point all season long, Chris. We saw this in South Central. We saw it in Culver. I think they're trying to work on that extra point in kicking, correct me if I'm wrong, for when it may be needed in the postseason.
Yeah, you have to be able to kick an extra point, or like you said, you get down inside the 10-yard line, and you need a field goal to win the game. You got to be able to do it. So North Judson, again, I like Coach Lambert. He's going to keep practicing, and eventually North Judson's going to get it figured out.
That's something we've kind of talked about before, Isaac, is, 1A football, it can be hard to have a kicker. It's very rare in 1A football to have a good kicker. It is just kind of something you have to work on.
Yep, you've only got so many guys to play, and a lot of these guys are playing both sides of the ball. So, they're few and far between. Precious commodity for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
I am glad to see. I've been watching too much NFL football. It's good to see a real kickoff and not the new kickoff rules that they have in the NFL.
We haven't talked about it yet, but I'm not a huge fan of it either right now. Maybe I'll come around to it. As Pradke set to kick this one deep to Allen at the 18. He bobbles it, picks it back up at the 20, tackled at the 25, maybe the 26, and that's where the Warriors will start this next drive. Chris, what's your opinion on the new kickoff rules for the NFL?
It's grown on me. I actually kind of like it.
Okay.
I like the fact that you've cut down the distance. You get those big bodies moving that fast. You're going to limit the injuries, that's for sure. And I also like the fact that, hey, if you kick it in the return zone, they have to return it.
Yeah.
So I do like that aspect of it.
Yeah, that is interesting. If it is in that return zone, they cannot fair catch it or just kneel it. They have to take it. But back in our game, 20-0, the Jays lead, and the Warriors have it deep in their own territory on the 26. It's a handoff up the right sideline. Addison Allen again. Heavy dose of him tonight.
He just doesn't get a block for him, so tough cutting when you got 2 or 3 Blue Jays bearing down on you and no block.
Yeah, this North Judson defense starting to figure out the Winamac offense. Usually it takes a series or two to get used to how quick they are moving up front, but North Judson settling in here defensively.
2nd and 8. Ball on the 28. Schooler takes a snap under center, spins around, hands off, and several Jays there stopping the runner. I believe that was number 7. Yes, Tierson Wolford, the sophomore. He didn't get much. And Tierson, somebody that head coach Josh Burgess had talked to us about the last couple of weeks, Chris. He's kind of one of those playmakers on this team, and as a sophomore.
Yeah, I got a pretty good frame. He's 6'3", 185. Or no. Did I read it? 6'1", 180, sorry.
Yeah. Weren't far off. Schooler under center. Sets Allen in motion, takes the snap, hands off to Allen again, and another yard maybe. That was 3rd down. It's going to bring up 4th down here again. They're going to have to punt, guys.
North Judson's safeties and DBs, man, they're not much for them to do right now. They keep trying to feed that ball to Allen and hand it to North Judson. Their line is reading it.
So set to punt is Aiden Schooler yet again. Deep to return are the Jays. It looks like that's Logan Pradke and Josiah McDaniel. A high arcing punt. It doesn't go far, though. It bounces at the 44, and it will be touched there by the Warriors, number 21, Ethan Burgess. So in Blue Jay territory again, the Jays are just being given gifts here, guys.
He just
again, Winamac's got to do something to try to flip the field position, that's for sure. North Judson's making a living in Winamac's side of the field.
Which can be detrimental. So from the near hash, ball on the 43-yard line in Winamac Warrior territory. The Jays have it yet again as they lead 20-0. 40 seconds to go here in the opening quarter. Brock Benson in the backfield. McDaniel under center. Sets McDaniel in motion, takes a snap. It's a toss out to McDaniel, and he's met at the line of scrimmage. A big-time tackle by the Warriors. That is number 25, Hayden Taylor, the junior.
Yeah, so he cuts right around the end there, right around the offensive tackle, and just blows that play completely up for a loss of 2.
Looks like Trey McGowan. It comes up hobbled here on the near sideline. He's going to sit this next play out here. As they trot up to the line of scrimmage, McDaniel out of the gun. Benson to his right. Sets Wilcox in motion, takes a snap, hands off to Benson up the middle, and he is wrapped up immediately at the line of scrimmage. That will be the end of the first quarter. It'll bring up third down when we come back. 20-0. The North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays lead the Winamac Warriors. It's rivalry action on KVB's WKVI.
On the way home from the game, a deer jumps in front of your truck. And now you've got to get that truck repaired. Make it easy on yourself. Take it to Mark's Body Shop. Mark's has done expert auto body service since 1998 and will work with you and your insurance provider for collision repair, custom body paint, and insurance work. And all work guaranteed by owner Mark Schell. Mark's Body Shop, proud to support high school sports. 772-7003.
This is Brett Lambert, head coach of the North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays. Stay tuned for more Blue Jay football on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
When you grow up on the land, you have an appreciation for it. When you grow up and work on a family farm, on land that is shared by members of a family, all working together as a team, that appreciation grows even more. They know what it's like to work as a team to get the job done. At Lawrence Farms of Knox, Todd and Josh Lawrence and family support the local high school teams and wish them success all through the season.
Today's broadcast is brought to you in part by First Farmers Bank and Trust, providing state-of-the-art banking with old-fashioned service. We thank them for supporting local high school sports and helping continue the tradition on KVB's WKVI. Second quarter coming your way. 3rd and 8, the Jays have it as they lead 20-0 over their rival, the Winamac Warriors. Mitch Columbia along with Isaac Blue and Chris McGowan, sideline sports analyst. As here's 3rd and 8 for the Jays. Out of the gun, it's Josiah McDaniel. Takes the snap, pulls the handoff up the left side, near sideline, and he's going to be tackled at the 40. It's going to bring up 4th down for the Jays. McDaniel didn't quite get the read he had hoped for there, Chris.
Yeah, that was a give all the way, just a bad read. That's going to happen every once in a while. Winamac's playing some games with their D linemen, but again, trust what you see, give the football. But, yeah, I figured North Judson would be in 4-down territory.
So we'll see if they go for it here. Yeah, they are in 4-down territory. I believe they are, yes. So McDaniel from shotgun going for it on 4th and 8. Ball spotted on the Warriors' 41. And now they will call timeout at the last second.
Yeah, miscommunication there in the formation, it looked like. So North Judson here just going to call timeout, make sure everybody's on the same page.
We've kind of talked about it the last few weeks with this Jays team, Isaac, is when you get this big a lead, you don't want to get your starters hurt, but you also want to give them enough reps so that they have the practice as time goes on later in the season.
That's true. You want to keep them sharp. You know, you don't want to let them get soft, especially when you've got the postseason in mind.
Yeah.
But, you know, another thing you want to do is think about the future and get some of your up-and-comers a little bit of experience under the lights on a Friday night. There's no better training, no better practice than in the game for sure.
You got some people you want to say hello to tonight?
Oh, I don't know. My brother-in-law Kurt's got my son CJ and my wife Jenna in the combine tonight, so they're listening in. So hello to them.
Hey,
thank you.
Heck yeah, absolutely. As it's 4th down for the Jays, they're going for it. McDaniel from shotgun. Benson to his right. Sets Wilcox in motion. Takes the snap. Pulls the handoff. Moving into the pocket. Throws it down the middle. It's intercepted by the Warriors. That's Ethan Burgess. Crosses the 30. And he's tackled at the 32. Ethan Burgess read it well, and he comes up with the pick, Chris.
Yeah, just an overthrown ball there. Pressure in the quarterback's face and Josiah's face. And he just airmailed that. And Burgess, where he's supposed to be, Johnny on the spot with the interception. So on 4th down, kind of like a punt there. You're all right with that turnover.
Yeah, it'll be deep in Warrior territory. Ball on the 34-yard line, but that's what the Warriors need to start piling up on. They need those little bitty plays like that to try to keep in this game.
After a pile of penalties, anything helps.
Yeah. So 1st and 10, Schooler takes the snap, fakes the handoff. He's going to keep it himself, spinning around, and he's tackled back at the 34-yard line. So he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. But they trail 20-0 with 10:50 to go here in the first half. The Warriors need to put something together, I assume, on this drive.
I don't think that was designed. I think he was looking to pass, but the North Judson DBs just had him covered up.
Yeah, the front three really for North Judson doing a very good job, and then on the back half of that too, the DBs covering their guys. I tell you what, just a good combination with the pressure that North Judson's putting on the quarterback and the coverage they're getting.
2nd and 10, Schooler under center. Takes the snap, spins around, toss out to Ethan Burgess, who's met by a Blue Jay. Big-time hit on the far sideline. Did you see who that was, Chris?
I did not. It was on the far side. Might have been Josiah McDaniel, it looked like.
Yeah, I think that's who they're giving it to. So Josiah McDaniel comes cross-field and lays a big boy one. Ethan Burgess, he's going to feel that one in the morning.
Yes, he's seeing stars for sure. That we would call that the decleater.
I like
he
that.
He came right off his cleats.
You ever been decleated, Chris?
No, but I've seen it done.
Under center, Schooler takes the snap, hands off. Fumble on the play. And I believe the Warriors do pick it up and save it. But now this will bring up 4th down, guys. They're going to have to punt again.
Yeah, again, that was they were going to fake the jet sweep there and hit a counter coming back. But, again, just bobbled the handoff there, and Winamac's going to take a timeout here.
John Glenn is in a tight one right now with LaVille, 7-7. 3 minutes left in the second quarter. You, of course, can catch that game on our other station, KVB's WYMR, with the boss, Tony Ross, and crew on Max 98.3 FM. Another score update we have, guys. The Redskins score again. It was Miles McLaughlin scoring from about 30 yards out. Jake Conroy gets the 2-point conversion. Knox now leads 14-0 at the end of the first quarter. The Culver Cavaliers are in a fight right now. Under 4 minutes to go in the first half. They trail Pioneer 31-6. The last score update we had from West Central at half, they lead Faith Christian 22-0, and we're still awaiting our first official report from School Superintendent Ben Anderson of South Central for the South Central satellite matchup with North Miami. But back in action in our game, it's 4th down, 20-0. The Jays lead, and the Warriors are unfortunately going to have to punt this one away. Fortunately for the Jays, they're happy about it. Oh, snap high, arcing one. It does get to Schooler, and he does kick it away in time. A much better punt this time. It rolls all the way to the Blue Jay 27-yard line, and that's where they will start this possession.
It's a miracle he got a hold of that ball because that rainbowed. That was almost as high as the punt.
Oh, man.
But Winamac did flip the field position,
They
so North
did.
Judson going to have their worst starting field position of the night.
Which is good for the Warriors. I think those are things that they're trying to get better at each week. And with the snap being as high as it was, the kick was much better than it was the time before.
The last one, was high and short.
So this will spot it at the 27, 28-yard line. The Blue Jays have it. It's McDaniel under center with Benson in the backfield. Josiah. Ooh, draws some Warriors off sides. No flags fly. Up the middle's Brock Benson, and he gets tackled about the 34-35. Now, oh, no. I thought it was a flag over there on the other side of the field.
That's just a kid throwing up a football.
You saw it too.
Yeah.
So they'll spot it at the 33-yard line. So a gain of 5. It brings up 2nd and 5. And I just noticed the Chain Gang has a pretty cool second down marker there, Chris. That is an LED lit number 2 for second down. As McDaniel's under center, he takes the snap, spins around, hands off. It's a big-time first down run. I believe that's Cole Wilcox on the carry. Yes.
Yeah, it's his first carry of the night.
Which is rare. And with that big-time Brock Benson run, Chris, we kind of talked about it several weeks ago. How close is Brock Benson getting to that all-time rushing record here at North Judson? As here is Brock Benson. Crosses the 50 to the 48. A big-time run. Every bit of 8 to 9 yards there on a Brock Benson run up the left side.
Yeah, just a shoestring tackle there by the Warriors, or he scores again.
Yeah, this they've got this 6-man line, but their linebackers are just failing to plug those gaps and stop that run. They're really dependent on their safeties to come in. Number 21, Ethan Burgess, came in and made that tackle.
Under center is Josiah McDaniel, 2nd and 1. Takes a snap, spins around, hands off to Cole Wilcox, who's met by a Warrior. Number 7. Yes, number 7 for the Warriors, Tierson Wolford. That name again.
Yeah, just a missed assignment. He comes right through the B gap and closes it up, makes the tackle.
So he doesn't gain anything. It'll bring up 3rd and 1. And now the officials will call a timeout to have a conference here, as today's game is brought to you in part by Howard's Marathon of Winamac, serving Pulaski County for 44 years. Call 574-946-6894 and ask for Howard or Dean. We thank them for supporting local high school sports and being part of this wonderful tradition. Tonight's game is also sponsored in part by McGrath Refrigeration, a family-owned business since 1967, and your local Armstrong Air dealer. Call them for all your heating and cooling needs at 574-772-3575. McGrath Refrigeration, where the temperature is always just right. They are measuring this, and it'll be short. I can already tell.
Can I just go on the record that I hope we never go to digital measuring? I want to keep the chain gang forever. Yes. We don't need to bring lasers and any of that stuff into football. Let's keep the chain gang. That's a tradition, man.
Yeah, that would be you ever run the chains, Chris?
I have.
I bet that's kind of fun.
Oh, it is kind of fun, especially when you're on the opposing team's sideline. You get to hear some of the stuff that they're saying. Yeah.
So 3rd and 1 for the Jays. They're going to try to go for it here. Under center, McDaniel. Benson in the backfield. I formation, takes the snap, hands off to Benson, who is in the middle of that I formation, and he's going to get the first down. He bulldozes his way forward.
Yeah, just a little quick fullback trap right there out of the eye. Cole Wilcox acted like he was going to catch the pitch for the toss, and just a nice little trap up the middle.
1st and 10, ball on the Warriors 44. McDaniel under center, takes the snap, pulls the handoff, rolls out to the far sideline, throws. His intended target was number 80 for the Blue Jays. That was Braden Staten, the senior, and he overthrew him again there, Chris. He's just a little too high on that release.
Again, got some pressure in his face right there. I'd like to see him just set his feet and make the throw. But I tell you what, Braden Staten knocked that ball up into the air. It was almost a hip drill.
Yeah.
Trey McGowan was right behind it. He almost caught that and took it to the house.
Yep.
2nd and 10 for the Jays. McDaniel under center again. Sets Grayson McDaniel in motion, takes the snap. It's Cole Wilcox using Brock Benson as the block, and he gets all the way to the 35, 36-yard line. A nice run from Cole Wilcox.
Yeah, just ISO right there, and just following Brock Benson up into the hole. Nice hole there for North Judson, and it's going to be 3rd and 3, but North Judson definitely 4-down territory here.
On the Warriors 37. 6:30 to go here in the first half. The Jays lead 20-0 over the Winamac Warriors. 3rd and 3. McDaniel out of the gun. Sets Wilcox in motion. Takes the snap. Hands off to Brock Benson. Near sideline. Crosses the 35 to the 30. Now to the 25 to the 20. 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Blue Jays. Brock Benson.
Just great blocking by 62 C.J. Sanchez and 61 Harley Box. They just mauled those guys off of the field into the sidelines and opened that up for him to run all the way to the end zone.
Yeah, C.J. Sanchez knocked about 3 Winamac Warriors on the ground just on one play right there. Just excellent effort.
He mauled them.
And that's just showing you what this team is capable of. I mean, they are on a mission. I mean, if this is the first time you see them, I'm sure you can agree. This team, it feels like they are on a mission this season.
Yep, they're hungry, man. They want it.
Set to kick the extra point. It's Trey McGowan, the snap, the hold. The kick is up, away, and it's clean, and it's good. 27-0, the Blue Jays lead the Winamac Warriors. And they got that one to go through, Chris.
Yeah, wasn't very pretty, but hey, it's the end result that counts.
Score update from Jimtown, Chris. The Redskins score again from 1 yard out. It's Miles McLaughlin. Jake Conroy gets the 2-point conversion. Knox leads the Jimmies, Chris, 22-0 with 9 minutes left to go in the first half. Are you surprised?
I'm surprised that Jimtown hasn't been able to put any points on the board. I thought that Knox would actually pull away late, but it looks like they're actually having their way early on.
Into the first in North Miami, they lead our South Central Satellites 20-8. Tough go right there for the Satellites, and a long drive at that, Chris.
Oh yeah, from South Central, from Union Mills all the way to North Miami. That's a heck of a haul.
Mm-hmm. Last score update we had for the Culver Cavaliers at the half, they were trailing Pioneer on the road 31-6. And then the other score update, we are still waiting on the new one, but at the half, the West Central Trojans were leading Faith Christian 22-0 there in Francisville. We'll keep our eye on all of our area teams' games, but in our game, it's all Blue Jays 27-0 with 6 minutes to go here in the first half. Logan Pratke's getting a leg workout tonight, guys.
The more the merrier, like you said. They're going to need it the farther they go into the postseason.
This is Robbie Compton kicking off.
Oh, this is Compton kicking off. So he will kick to Addison Allen, picks it up at the 15, crosses the 20 to the 25, now to the 30, and he's finally brought down to the 34-35-yard line. So we may see some second-string individuals come in for the Blue Jays here. Compton, who we saw in Week 2, and then in Week 5 against the Culver Cavs, if I'm not mistaken, right, Chris?
Yeah. He kicked off several times against Culver last week, or 2 weeks ago, actually. Sorry.
Yeah, time's flying. It's hard to believe it's Week 7 of football. But here we are, and the Warriors have it in their own territory. On the 35-yard line, under center, it's Schooler. Takes the snap, hands off up the middle, fumble on the play, and the Blue Jays pounce on it immediately. It has just been that kind of night for the Warriors.
I don't know if he ever had it.
Off the handoff.
He didn't. Yeah, he didn't have it. Looks like the quarterback actually put the ball right in the gut. But, again, not a very good pocket there. By Tierson Wolford.
Well, we finally did get that score update just now. West Central blocked a punt and scored with 8:49 left in the third quarter. They lead Faith Christian 30-0 in Francisville. Back in our game, the Blue Jays have it yet again. 1st and 10. Ball on the Warriors 37. Out of the gun is Josiah McDaniel. Takes the snap, steps back, fires out to the left side. It's Trey McGowan. Fakes going in, now going back to the near sideline. Crosses the 25 to the 23. Trey McGowan just juked 2 Warriors.
Stop.
Hey, Chris, unplug your mic and plug it back into the phone. Next play. Takes the snap out of the gun, fires off to the right side. He's got his man. It's number 80, Braden Staten. And that will be enough to move the chains for a Blue Jay first down. Another first down here for him. I mean, they're rolling right along.
They're marching right down the field.
as they have for most of this season. Holding the Warriors to no points here in the first half so far, under 5 minutes to go. Out of the gun, McDaniel. Benson to his left. Takes the snap, steps back, looks to throw, fires, deep pass down the near sideline to Trey McGowan. It's incomplete. They had his man, but a couple of Warriors came over to help out as the play will be dead, bringing up second down here.
I think number 7, Cole Wilcox, is a little upset. He was wide open, didn't get a target
Was
there.
he?
Oh, yeah, he shot for the end zone.
Far side?
If he would, no, he was on the near side here on the left tight end. If he would have checked down, he had him wide open for a touchdown. But that's for the next level.
All right, I think I'm back.
Next play, 2nd and 10. McDaniel under center, I formation, takes a snap, spins around, hands off to Wilcox, finds the block, and he gets the touchdown. Cole Wilcox.
He got it that time.
Probably in the huddle saying, give me the you-know-what ball.
Yeah, you missed me last time. I'm taking it this time.
Oh, these guys are on the same page, Chris. It's kind of scary.
I tell you what, right now, North Judson going to line up to kick the extra point again. Let's see here if McGowan can make it 2 in a row.
The extra point, snap, hold, kick, up, and it is good. It just crosses the upright.
Hard to tell from this angle.
So that will make it 34-0. With 4:35 to go in the first half. There's a lot of time here in this first half still, guys.
Yeah, North Judson has 2 timeouts. Winamac has 2 timeouts. Winamac won the toss. They elected to receive, so North Judson will get the ball to start the second half.
I got another score update, guys, from Jimtown. The Redskins are pouring it on right now. Jake Conroy scored from 45 yards out. The extra point no good, but Knox leads 28-0 with 5 minutes left to go in the first half. The Redskins, we keep saying it, Chris, they're making a statement in their new conference.
Yeah, they are, and we said week 1, once Knox was able to get a few games under their belt, and let that offensive line gel because they graduated so much off the front offensive and defensive lines that eventually they were going to be a tough out, and that's coming to fruition.
But in our game, it's all North Judson-San Pierre as they lead 34-0 over their rival, the Winamac Warriors. It's been a tough night for the Warriors. A lot of injuries on this Warrior team. They're without their starting quarterback. They're without several starters for that fact. It's just been that kind of night for them the last couple of weeks, in fact. As the Jays are set to kick, they will to, I believe that's Addison Allen on the far side of the field, and now a flag flies, calling the play dead. We'll wait the official call here. I'm not sure if it was an inadvertent whistle or what.
I didn't see anything.
No, he threw the flag. I'm
sideline warning?
Yeah, see the flag right here on the near sideline, right on the 49. And now the officials are meeting with the white hat. There's been some interesting conversations on the field between these guys.
Well, from what I saw, kind of a Judson kid was running down the field and kind of got ear-holed from the side, kind of got blindsided. So there might be a targeting call here. Personal foul, targeting against Winamac. And I tell you what, that was borderline being kicked out of the game.
Wow, you must have saw it. I didn't see it.
Well, it happened about 20 yards away from the play. That's the real bad thing about it. I mean, that's just going to get somebody hurt doing that kind of stuff.
Luckily, all the Jays are up on their own 2 feet. So they will assess the penalty. This pushes it back deeper into Warrior territory. Man.
Now, on the flip side of that, you're running down the field. You got to get your head on a swivel. So you got to be able to see it coming. But again, that's just stuff that doesn't need to happen that far away from the field, from the ball.
Yeah, they're going to spot this on the 18-yard line here.
Yep.
So 1st and 10 for the Warriors, deep in their own territory on the 18-yard line. It's Schooler under center here. And now more whistles. Wow. So now they're
arguing over the spot.
Yeah, I think they're communicating on where exactly it should be spotted. We'll await the official call at halftime in Pioneer. The Culver Cavs trail Pioneer 38-6. Tough one for the Cavs right now. Shout out to Paul Dunn for sending me that update. He's in Royal Center tonight.
If Paulie's listening, hello, Paulie.
Hello, Paul. Under center, Schooler takes a snap, spins around, hands off up the middle, and there's Brock Benson to meet him. I don't think he's going to get a yard. Yeah, maybe a yard. 2nd and 9 is what they're going to bring up here. And the Jays defense just does a good job of stuffing those holes.
They're expecting a run. That's what Winamac's been doing all night. Looks like they're setting up in a 4-3 now. But yeah, their linebackers are just exceptional at plugging those gaps as soon as they read that it's a run.
Wilcox, Benson, two of those linebackers that do such a good job. As here's the next play. Schooler's going to roll out to the near sideline. The Jays almost have him. Now 2 other Blue Jays come over to tackle him at the 23. It'll bring up 3rd down. But it will be 3rd and 3 here, so they do get some yards there off that run. Schooler was running for his life there.
Yeah, C.J. Sanchez almost got that big paw out there and grabbed him.
He's 6'6", 251. I wouldn't want him to get his paws on me either.
No. And
That's a big old boy.
He is big. You stand next to him, too. You see him in person, you're like, my gosh, you're in high school?
And he's only a junior.
I know.
Yeah, there's growing left to do.
And now whistles. Timeout by the Winamac Warriors. Another score update. The Jimmies finally put points on the board against the Knox Redskins as the Redskins lead 28-7 with 4 minutes to go in the first half. So finally Jimtown gets on the board, Chris.
Yeah, because that was borderline going to be running clock in the second half. But the Jimmies finally get on the board, so 28-7 late in the first half with Knox leading.
Big-time shout-out to my good friends, the Ketchum family, tuning in from Rush County, Indiana. Big-time shout-out to Matt, Maverick, Maddox. Appreciate you joining us from 132 miles away. 34-0, the North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays lead the Winamac Warriors. 2:52 to go here in the first half. As tonight's game is sponsored in part by Farm Fertilizer. Call them at 574-867-2441. That's Farm Fertilizer, helping to move the bar on yield and crop investment returns. Mark's Body Shop in Knox is proud to be part of the broadcast this evening. If you ever need collision repair, contact Mark at 574-772-7003. 3rd and 4, Aiden Schooler under center, tries to draw the Blue Jays off sides. It doesn't work. Now he takes the snap, hands off to Addison Allen, and he's wrapped up by Cole Wilcox at the line of scrimmage. It brings up 4th down. They're going to have to punt again.
Cole Wilcox was showing blitz on that. He went right past the center, almost untouched, and made that tackle.
Yeah, just brought the Will linebacker there on an A-gap blitz. Dialed up the wrong defense or the right defensive blitz on that run play.
Fourth down. The Warriors set to punt. Bad punt again, but he picks it up. Kicks it clean away. A nice kick on the other side of the field in Blue Jay territory. Touched at the 32. So if the Jays want to get a running clock to start the second half, they have 2 minutes and 6 seconds to go from their own 32 to the end zone here.
Yeah, 2 timeouts, so good opportunity here for Coach Lambert to run the 2-minute offense. I know you're up 34-0, but you don't get very many opportunities like this in a game. So
right
here, gonna look maybe to take advantage of this opportunity to run the 2-minute offense with 2 timeouts.
Yeah, it's just interesting, Isaac, that they have to take these moments to use them for down the road when they may be in this position.
Yep, you're up. What? You're up 34-0. Nothing should be wasted.
Yeah.
Practice something for when you got a tougher opponent.
It's almost
sure.
like they're pretending they're behind here. McDaniel under center. I formation. Takes the snap, spins around. Cole Wilcox crosses the 30 to the 35. Tackled at the 36. So now we're starting to hear Cole Wilcox's name. Brock Benson has had a heck of a night, though, tonight, Chris.
Yeah, he has. He's that first option on the triple option, so if you're not going to stop that, he's going to have a field day, obviously.
2nd and 6. McDaniel under center takes the snap, steps back, looks to throw, fires to the near sideline. It's Trey McGowan. Oh, incomplete. Good job by number 25, Hayden Taylor.
One more step, and that would have been a fumble. He's lucky that it bounced out and was called incomplete.
Oh man.
I actually thought it was a fumble.
It was close.
It was close. He needed to have taken one more step, and they would have probably called it a fumble.
So it'll bring it back to the 36, 3rd and 6. 1:33 to go here in the first half. Jays lead 34-0. McDaniel under center. Brock Benson in the backfield. Takes the snap. Steps back. Looks to throw. Fires. It's Cole Wilcox at the 40. Now to the 45. Breaks the second tackle. Now on the other side of the field. Still on his feet to the 45 to the 40. And he's knocked out of bounds at the 37-yard line.
Low man wins. He put his head down and pulled and pushed over 3 potential would-be tacklers and got himself another 10 to 15 yards on the end of that run.
He almost welcomes the contact, Chris.
Oh, yeah, he's not going to shy away from it, that's for sure. He's looking for the contact.
Lowers that head and just pushes his way through. It took the 3rd and 4th tackle by the Warriors to bring him down. 1st and 10 in Warrior territory on the 38. That's where they spotted it. McDaniel out of the gun, takes the snap. Hands off to Brock Benson, crosses the 35, still on his feet to the 30, and he's brought down. That play right there, Chris, we've seen it for the last 2 years. Brock Benson just is so good at it.
Yeah, 9 yards there on first down, and North Judson again going no huddle here. Coach Lambert calling out the play from the sideline. Got 1:05 left to go here in the half.
From shotgun, Josiah McDaniel takes the snap, steps back, looks to throw. Here come the Warriors. He gets rid of it to the far sideline, and it is caught by number 41, Xander Nowak, the sophomore.
And North Judson going to take their second timeout here in the first half.
Yeah, that pass right there to Nowak gets the first down. They call timeout, 56.7 seconds. Plenty of time to get that these 6 points here.
He's running a good 2-minute drill right now. Like you said, use opportunities like this because this is the best training you can possibly get for a future scenario.
What I liked there on that play was Josiah McDaniel knew he was going to get hit, but he stayed in the pocket, got his feet set, and delivered a nice strike out to his wideout. So I like the fact that he knew he was going to take the hit and still delivered a nice ball.
Culver's Portside Marina is part of the broadcast. They can make sure your boat is ready for the winter. If you need help storing or winterizing your watercraft, contact Culver's Portside Marina at 574-842-5000. We appreciate their support toward helping continue this tradition. Tonight's game is also brought to you in part by Todd and Josh Lawrence of Lawrence Farms. We thank Todd and Josh Lawrence for supporting local high school sports. Hey, LAP Waste is a woman-owned waste management company. Quick, reliable, next-day delivery service for dumpsters and containers. Get rid of your waste as easy and efficiently as possible. Call them at 574-542-4019 and waste less with LAP Waste. So out of the timeout, it will be 1st and 10 for the Blue Jays. Ball spotted on the Warriors' 28-yard line. They lead 34-0. It's McDaniel from shotgun. Benson to his left. Sets Grayson McDaniel in motion. Now it's a toss over to Brock Benson. Crosses the 25 to the 20 to the 15. And he's tackled at the 9-yard line. Brock Benson came to play today.
Just a nice toss.
I would have liked to have seen him stay to the outside there. I think he scores because to the outside, but he was looking for contact too.
Hurry up offense takes the snap, throws out to the near sideline, and it's incomplete. His intended target looked like it was either Cole Wilcox or Trey McGowan. It stops the clock at 40.9 seconds, but back to that run. I mean, Brock Benson, just right up the gut. That's what he wants to do.
Yeah, Chris is right. If he would have continued to sweep out to the left, he would have completely gotten past that DB and been gone. But great toss, great run. They're moving the chains.
Second and goal for the Jays. 40.9 seconds to go here. They're hoping to put points on the board to get that running clock in the second half. I formation. Josiah McDaniel under center. Sets Grayson and McDaniel in motion. Takes the snap, spins around. It's Cole Wilcox up the left side using his blocks. And he gets tackled at the 3-yard line. He uses Brock Benson so well on that block, guys.
Just another great block. Brock has been he's a good running back, but he is making his money blocking too.
Quarterback keep up the middle. Josiah McDaniel gets the touchdown. That makes it 40-0. And you talk about a hurry-up offense, Isaac. My gosh, they just went right to the line of scrimmage, and they're going.
And I like what they're doing, too. I like that they're throwing on first down with knowing that that's going to stop the clock, just, getting the quarterback some practice. He's running a good 2-minute drill here.
The extra point, Trey McGowan. Snap, hold, kick, up, away. And it is good again.
Boy, they're good, but not by much. They're low. They're low, but they're good.
You almost, if you're the D-line, you almost want to just put your arm up in the air to see if you can swat it out.
Yep.
But it is good, making it 41-0 here with 20.8 seconds to go in the first half. The Jays, they've been putting their foot down all season long, guys. This is exactly the team we've seen since week 1.
Yeah, a lot of experience coming back, and we commented, in that first game against Knox, both those teams, how well they played for week 1. But, when both those teams made it to the semi-state, you had all those extra weeks of practice, that helps.
Zingo Express of Knox is a proud sponsor of tonight's action. Stop by Zingo Express in Knox and fuel up both you and your vehicle the Zingo Expressway. Collins Insurance is part of the broadcast, taking care of all your insurance needs. Jim Collins told me to tell you, call him anytime at 574-772-6844. That's Collins Insurance, supporting local high school sports. Shout out to Jim Collins. He was on the call with us last week. He is in Jimtown tonight to see the Knox Redskins. He's seeing a heck of a battle right now as the Redskins lead big time. But back in our game, it's a kick away to Ethan Burgess. Picks it up at the 15, crosses the 20 to the 25 to the 30. Tackled at the 34-yard line, and that's where the Warriors will start this drive. I suppose they kneel it here, Chris.
Yeah, with 14 seconds left, I would think they would take the knee, get to halftime, and just try to make some adjustments. I'm going to try to get a word with Coach Lambert going into the locker room.
Okay.
Instead of trying to catch him coming back out.
All right, I will keep my eye on you. We appreciate that. As the final 14.8 seconds here for the Warriors, trailing 41-0. Man, it's been a tough one for them. A lot of penalties on themselves.
Yep, you just can't have that. When you're already up against the number 1 team in the conference, you got to help yourself wherever you can. And
so now they will be set to go and run this play here. It's Schooler under center. He kneels it, and that will be the end of the first half. 41-0. The North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays lead the Winamac Warriors. It's a rivalry matchup here on KVB's WKVI. Since 1971, we have never missed this game, and that's a fact. Shout out to Harold Welter. We appreciate him and all that he had done over the years to get to this point, and we are so honored to help continue this amazing tradition. We'll see if head coach Brett Lambert has time for our sideline reporter Chris McGowan. I have a feeling he probably will here.
I'm trying to find him. I don't even see him.
I don't either. He must have dipped out. Where did he go? Oh, there he is. He's at the 50, to the 45, to the 40, to the 35. And he's running at Chris McGowan. Down on the sidelines, it's head coach for the Blue Jays, Brett Lambert.
All right, Coach, impressive first half there. He created some turnovers defensively, but what I got to bring up is that's a great 2-minute offense, 2-minute drill there. That's something you don't get to work on very much, but you took advantage of it, and your kids executed perfectly.
Yeah, so McGowan, Trey got us started off early with a couple of turnovers, and that's awesome. So that was just the way to start the game. But no, you're exactly right. I didn't even call a timeout after their third down because I wanted to have 2 minutes on the clock instead of 2:40, and we got the ball back and we went the length of the field. So yeah, I felt like that was a great learning experience for us. And I felt like last week at Triton we had one of those opportunities. I didn't like how it ended up for us. So no, I love the fact we had that opportunity. And in games like this, those guys are fighting over there for Winamac. We just got more talent, just the bottom line. But they're fighting hard, but it's given us the opportunity to work on some things. So we get the ball first, second half. We might work on a couple of quick things there with the offense. We'll probably start getting the reserves in.
I was going to say, how much are you going to play the starters here the second half? Maybe give them a possession or two?
I'd like a drive for offense and defense. I'd like both of them, and then subs after that.
All right, hey, get back into the locker room. Good job first half. Good luck second half.
That's head coach of the North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays, Brett Lambert. Big time first half for them, 41-0 over the Winamac Warriors. We're going to take a break and come back for the KVB halftime show. For Isaac Blue, Chris McGowan, I'm Mitch Columbi. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Things done right. With 30 years experience as an ASE Master Auto Technician, Dean Wentz is the right choice for the auto repairs or service. From auto computer diagnostic checks to new batteries and tires, they can take care of it all. Howard's Marathon is a proud supporter of area high school sports and wishes all teams a great season. Howard's Marathon, 121 South Monticello Street in Winamac. Call 574-946-6894.
BP gasoline with Invigorate helps clean your engine and can give you more miles per tank. Continuous use may result in the following pleasant side effects: excessive smiling, feeling more relaxed, taking more drives just because, volunteering for carpool twice in a row, and bragging to your friends about how you use our best fuel ever. To find out if BP gasoline with Invigorate is right for you, stop by your local station to discover our best fuel ever. Versus minimum detergent gas. Average restored 3 to 5 miles per tank, based on fleet testing and based on what you drive and how you drive.
High school sports brought to you by Zingo Express.
The Stark County Co-op has been a member-owned farm services co-op in Stark County since 1928. That's over 90 years, and they're still providing the same quality agronomy services to the farming community of Stark and surrounding counties. The Stark County Co-op is an LP and fuel provider. The Stark County Co-op purchases grain at both locations, Hamlet and Browns. You can reach them by phone at 1-800-782-3392, the Stark County Co-op.
Nothing's the score here in the KVB halftime show. I'm Mitch Columbi. The tradition continues here on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting as WKVI will always be there. I am accompanied by Isaac Blue of First Farmers Bank and Trust and sideline reporter, sports analyst Chris McGowan. 41-0, Chris. Man, what do you say?
Just a good night's work.
Yeah.
You haven't turned the ball over. You've created turnovers defensively. I mean, just a good effort there. And I tell you what, like I said, that 2-minute drill there to end the first half, that's what you need, and that's what you want to see from a senior dominant team.
Yeah, absolutely. And then to see Brock Benson get going, Chris, is awesome. And then also Cole Wilcox and Josiah McDaniel, the staples that we're used to hearing are making things happen out on the floor. But I wanted to bring on Nathan Welter, who is in Jimtown. It's halftime. We'll see how the Knox Redskins are doing. Nathan, can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear, Mitch.
Perfect. Well, tell us what's going on tonight, man.
Well, it's been all Redskins for the most part here in the first half. We just hit halftime a couple minutes ago, and the Redskins are up 28-7 against Jimtown. Had a little bit of a breakdown defensively on Jimtown's final drive of the first half, but thanks to Maddox Kinder intercepting a pass in the end zone, the Redskins were able to get out of the half with only having given up the one touchdown. Offensively, of course, it's been the Miles McLaughlin and Jake Conroy show. Those two, the Jimmies have just not had an answer for here in the first half. Again, putting up 28 points on the road at Jimtown. It's their senior night, so a lot of energy coming out of the Jimtown locker room, and the Redskins just put that to rest right from the get-go.
Nathan, we've kind of been talking about it with Chris on the sidelines. It just feels like the Redskins are trying to make a statement in this new conference of theirs. Would you agree?
Oh, absolutely. And you can tell by the way they came out to start the game off. I mean, just the level of confidence they're at. And, you know, when you start off the season the way that the Redskins did, when you got your biggest rivalry game of the year against a very talented, very tough North Judson team, I mean, your confidence is going to do nothing but grow as the season progresses. And we saw them get off the bus here at Jimtown tonight, ready to play football. So I think this Redskins team is really ready to take that next step as far as their status within the state goes in Class 3A.
Man, I love talking with you, Nathan. We were talking during the game as well. Chris and I were mentioning the new kickoff rule in the NFL. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on that?
It is a travesty. That's all I'm going to say. I am 1,000,000% against it. It's taking away one of the major aspects of the sport, and the fact that they're messing around with something that doesn't need to be messed around with. And in my opinion, it is just a complete waste of time. They are just taking the football out of the hands of the players.
I think Chris, he has an opinion on this. Chris, why don't you tell Nathan why you like it?
I like the fact that we're actually seeing some more returns.
Well, it's we'll see how it plays out for how long it plays out, but I don't think this version of it is going to stand. I think they're going to have to get some kind of compromise between this version and the old way.
Well, I agree with you on that, but I tell you what, I think Nathan was just trying to rile me up there. I think you had that set up, Mitch. I'm calling you out, Mitch. I think you set that up.
Hey, Nate, I appreciate you taking the call, buddy. Keep sending the score updates, and we'll see how this game transpires. I'll keep in touch with you.
All right, sounds good, Mitch.
All right, that is Nathan Welter live and on location for the Knox Redskins. We sure do appreciate his time. The Knox Redskins are up at the half, 28-7 over Jimtown. Another score update I wanted to mention here, Chris. The West Central Trojans lead Faith Christian heading into the fourth quarter, 42-3. So the Trojans just taking care of business. The last update we had for the Culver Cavs at halftime against Pioneer, they trail 38-6. And then the last score update that I had for the South Central Satellites, they trail North Miami 20-8. Anything interesting stick out about our area teams tonight, Chris?
Just the fact that Knox is dominating Jimtown. Jimtown, like I said, they came into the game 4-2, have had some impressive wins, but like you said, Knox is just on a mission. And I tell you what, there are still a lot of people that are predicting Knox to make it down to Lucas Oil Stadium as well. I mean, just stop and think about that for a second.
I know.
Both Stark County teams are favored to make it down to Lucas Oil for the state championship, and they would play on the same day.
I know.
Because the odd classes play on one day, the even classes play on another day. So could you imagine Knox and North Judson playing a state championship game on the same day and the same morning?
Hopefully.
There'd be nobody left in Stark County.
Well, my thing is on the flip side, Chris, is I'd be mad at I would hope the IHSAA would allow us to stay in the same booth. If they tell us that I've got to tear everything down and go to a new booth to do the Knox game, I'm going to be furious. I'm going to be furious.
Well, let's get both teams down there and we'll worry about that at a later time.
But wouldn't that be amazing? We just go seamlessly from the 1A championship game right into the 3A championship game. What a broadcast that would be.
That would be a lot of fun.
Well, this is the KVB halftime show. The Blue Jays lead their rival, the Winamac Warriors, 41-0. We're going to take a break and come back. We're going to chat a little bit more with Isaac Blue here at First Farmers Bank and Trust. What a game it's been. He's seen the number 1 ranked team in 1A, and they are putting on a show for him as well as everyone else here and listening with us here at WKVI and online at WKVI.com. Don't go anywhere. The KVB halftime show continues. You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
This is Josh Burgess, head coach of the Winamac Warriors. Stay tuned for more Warrior football on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
The key to high-yielding crops is accurate and dependable soil testing. This is Andy Awald of Farm Fertilizers and Seeds. Having the right information to make the most profitable fertility decisions is what Image Services from Farm Fertilizers and Seeds is all about. We combine cutting-edge technology and computerized record-keeping with a common-sense approach to soil sampling and fertilizer recommendations. Whether it be by management zone for field-level applications or grid-based for variable rate applications, count on Image Services by Farm Fertilizers and Seeds for your soil service needs this fall.
At First Farmers Bank and Trust, agriculture has been a cornerstone of our business for more than 135 years. Our personal relationships within the ag community run deep for multiple generations. If you're looking for a financial partner that knows, understands, and supports agriculture, I'd love to hear from you. I'm Isaac Blue, ag banker at First Farmers. Come into our Knox, North Judson, or Culver branches, or visit us online at ffbt.com when you're ready to talk about growing your operation. First Farmers Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal opportunity lender.
Do you know what to do when you see a down power line? The answer is very simple. Stay far away. The folks at Kankakee Valley RAMC want you to know that down power lines can be very dangerous. Even if they come off the power pole, they still may be energized. Call 911 and wait for instructions from the fire department or power company. The folks at Kankakee Valley RAMC want to keep you safe.
Web Printing and JT Shirt Shack in Winamac is proud to be part of the broadcast this evening. Web Printing and JT Shirt Shack provides all your printing, screen printing, apparel, and embroidery needs. Call 574-946-3551 and ask for Tina. That's if you want to look cool like the KVB crew. We appreciate them and their support toward helping continue the tradition. The KVB halftime show continues 41-0. The North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays lead their historic rival, the Winamac Warriors.
This is Brett Lambert, head coach of the North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays. Stay tuned for more Blue Jay football on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
This presentation of our area's local high school sports is sponsored by Pulaski Memorial Hospital in Winamac. Pulaski Memorial Hospital is dedicated to providing excellent health care to improve the health and quality of life for the people and the community they serve. They will meet the community's needs and exceed their expectations by creating the best possible health care experience. For more information of the services they provide, call 946-2100.
The number 1 ranked team in 1A are the North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays. They have not been scored on since week 2. You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI. Another shutout on the looks here as they are taking it to the Winamac Warriors, their rival, I should say. Mitch Columbia along with Isaac Blue and Chris McGowan down on the sidelines. Chris, it's just been this kind of season all year long for the Jays.
Yeah, and that week 2 score was actually a kickoff return. So this defense hasn't given up any points in a long, long time. I got to take the opportunity right now to express some concern because I gave my nephew some money to go to concession stand, and I haven't seen him. I think he took my money and ran. So if my sister's listening right now,
get him over there.
Yeah, there's gonna be some talking to going on.
I was able to just eat a hot dog, believe it or not. I've never eaten in the middle of the game. I took an extra commercial break. I had a nice hot dog. It was delicious, Chris.
I was wondering when you took the extra commercial break what was going on. I figured you're up to something, but yeah.
I was hungry.
I'm beginning to think my nephew took my money and ran.
Well, you wanted a Kona Ice, didn't you?
Oh, no, I get that for free.
Yeah, that's right.
I actually sent him to give me a coffee.
Man,
I need more caffeine.
I wonder what assistant coach McGowan has to say. That'd be a great interview, Chris.
I tell you what, you might. He's like me. You might have to put it on tape delay.
And as I told
when we come coaching mode.
Yeah, as I told Isaac, there isn't a delay. We've got to be on our best behavior, Isaac. The Warriors are entering the field. Man, tough night. And it looks like head coach Josh Burgess will have a chat with Chris McGowan down on the sidelines. Let's send it to him.
All right, Coach, tough first half there, but you got a lot of young kids that are battling right now against the #1 team in the state of Indiana. Seems offensively, you guys started off well, but then, kept shooting yourselves in the foot with penalties and turnovers.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Hey, they're good, and we can't help them out with penalties, turnovers, things like that. Told the kids I'm pleased with the effort. We're kind of pieced together here, and that's not an excuse. Judson had a really good first half, and they did some nice things. But our effort compared to what we had last week is 10 times better. We're just playing a really good team that we can't help out. So we've got some things we can build on here coming into the second half, some things we're going to try to get done.
All right, so what's the goal here in the second half, Coach?
Hey, just playing hard, getting better. We talk about it all the time, no matter what game it is. We got to be better in the second half than what we were in the first half, and that's the goal for us.
All right, thanks for your time, Coach.
That's our sideline sports analyst, Chris McGowan, with head coach of the Winamac Warriors, Josh Burgess. Interesting words there from head coach Burgess. He's staying positive, Isaac.
Hey, he's got no choice. I mean, you got another half of football to play against the best team in the conference, undefeated. You came in 2-3. You had a lot of penalties, made a lot of mistakes, but you're still the leader. You still got some young men that are growing and developing, and you got to mold them into something. So take this opportunity to lick your wounds and get back on the field and turn, make something out of nothing. So he's got the right attitude.
Well, let's pick your brain here a little bit. I always ask Chris this question, and Chris might be behind me on. Let's pick your brain a little bit here, Isaac. If you're the Winamac Warriors, just the first half you saw of the North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays, if you're a Winamac, what's some keys to this second half in your opinion?
First thing is going to be a little bit of discipline with their defensive backs. They've got to be able to plug those A and B gap holes that North Judson is just running all over. And the other thing is they've got to make sure that they've got their play calls correct and that the QB has got his huddle in order. They can't keep having these false start penalties and making holds and making all these bad penalties. So that's the two things to me. On offense, I think they've got something good going when they're sweeping outside. The inside run game is really getting picked apart by North Judson. I haven't seen much of a pass game, or if they've even got much of a pass game, but seems like they've got an O-line that might be able to set that up. So I would take the opportunity to try and develop that a little bit as well.
What about plugging those holes? Brock Benson, Cole Wilcox. It's hard to stop those guys, Isaac. How do we get our arms wrapped around them?
Like I said, I haven't seen them change off of that six-man front the entire night with two defensive backs. I don't know if they need to run. They need to change up their scheme and run a different set on defense. But something's got to give. They're just not reading. Those picking up those running backs once they get into the secondary, and they're getting these chunk yardage plays every time he hands the ball off.
Yeah, something we've also talked about with other coaches is you play quarter at a time. Who's going to win the third quarter? Who's going to win the fourth quarter? Don't worry about what has happened before. Don't worry about what could or what can happen. Just go out there and do your best job, and we'll see what happens here in the third quarter for the Warriors.
Yep, I don't, like I said, you don't want to make any major changes at halftime when you're already down 41-0, but work on the little things and the discipline and see if you can't put a few points on the board and start rolling from there.
Well, we will have a running clock here in the second half. It's 41-0, as Isaac just mentioned. The Blue Jays lead the Winamac Warriors. Set to kick is number 54 of the Winamac Warriors. That's Talon Garner. Kick Short to the 30, far side of the field, picked up, crosses to the 35, and he's tackled at the 37. A Blue Jay on the far side of the field. I didn't quite get the number.
Aiden Christensen, number 33.
Another name we have heard quite a bit of this season. And like head coach Brett Lambert had told Chris down on the sidelines, it seems like, a couple of plays here, Chris, and then he'll start to bring in secondary?
No, I think he's going to give the starters on offense one series, the starters on defense a series, and then start bringing in the JV kids.
So the starters are in still for the Jays, as Josiah McDaniel will take this under center I formation. Benson in the middle, Cole Wilcox behind him. McDaniel sets Grayson McDaniel in motion, takes the snap, spins around, hands off to Brock Benson, crosses the 40 to the 45, and he's tackled at the 45-yard line. That's where second down will be spotted. Nice little carry there by Brock Benson, Chris.
Yeah, good start there by North Judson, good execution, nice gain on first down. So 2nd and 3, that kind of opens up the playbook for North Judson here. Now, granted, you're up 41-0, but again, in a normal game, in a normal situation, you can call anything on 2nd and 3.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it, right, Isaac?
That's right.
2nd and 3. Ball on the Jays' 45-yard line. I formation, Josiah McDaniel. Takes the snap, spins around this time to Wilcox, crosses the 45, tried to get to the far side of the field, but he was tackled by Talon Garner, who wrapped his arms around the ankle of Cole Wilcox to bring him down. It'll be 3rd and short here.
That was a decent run, but his blocking man just went in way too high and got stood up, and their secondary was able to blow through that and get the tackle that time.
2 minutes already blown by here in the third quarter of that running clock. Keeps on ticking. 3rd and 1 on the 47. McDaniel out of the gun. Benson to the left. Takes the now he takes the snap. Pitch out. Benson gets to the 50, and that's where he's tackled number 25 on the play. That was Hayden Taylor, and it will be enough for another Blue Jay first down. You're still looking for your food, aren't you, Chris?
Well, it wasn't food. It was just a coffee. But, yeah.
It's not coming.
Nope.
I'd say go get it now, but by the time you get back, it could be the end of the third.
That's all right. I'll just have a nice talking to my nephew.
McDaniel, 1st and 10, I formation. He takes it under center, spins around. Oh, nice option play to Grayson McDaniel. Breaks the tackle to the 40, now to the 35. It took several Warriors to bring him down at the 34-yard line. How do you describe that play there, Isaac?
Yeah, he Grayson McDaniel, number 21. He stopped, turned right back around, grabbed that ball, and found a wide open B gap there on the left side. Got deep into the Winamac secondary.
We have not seen that play, I don't think, yet this season, Chris.
Oh, no, Judson's run that counter play several times. It's just the first time we've seen it tonight. And that's the same play that Winamac likes to run. So giving it right back to him.
Little tit for tat. Out of the gun, 1st and 10. Ball on the Warriors' 34. McDaniel steps back, looks to throw in the hands of Cole Wilcox, and it unfortunately drops it incomplete.
Wide open, had it right in his breadbasket.
Almost was, yeah. Go ahead, Chris.
I was just going to say, I think he was looking to make a move before he secured the football. And that happens every once in a while, but you got to catch it first before you can actually proceed down the field with it.
These are the moments we're talking about, the small little details that the Jays want to clean up for postseason action. Those are the types of passes that can't be dropped in a tight game. McDaniel, 2nd and 10, under center, I formation, sets McDaniel in motion, takes the snap, spins around. Cole Wilcox up the right side, and he will cross the 30 to the 28, maybe the 27.
Cole Wilcox on the carry. It'll be 3rd and 5 for the Blue Jays.
I'm just impressed by Brock Benson's ability to look downfield and find the next block. He he got right through the line, went down, found a linebacker, picked him up, and that got him an extra 4 or 5 yards.
So 3rd and 4 here. McDaniel will take this out of the gun. Benson to his right. Sets Cole Wilcox in motion, takes the snap, hands off up the middle. It's Brock Benson breaking away to the 20, now to the 15, still on his feet to the 5. Touchdown, Blue Jays! Brock Benson!
Impressive stiff arm. I mean, he put him right into the turf.
And that was the second attempted tackle.
Yep.
47-0. And they are having a party here in North Judson, Chris. Little Backstreet Boys action for you. Or no, it's in sync. This is in sync. My bad.
This is before Chris's time.
The fact that you even know that it was one of those boy bands is disturbing.
I grew up in the 90s, Chris. Extra point is good by Trey McGowan. It makes it 48-0. Yeah, I grew up with the Backstreet Boys, Chris. Don't hate.
I was a 98 Degrees guy myself.
98 Degrees? Oh, little Nick Lachey. Okay. We're showing the age difference here, Chris.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So if you want me to show my age difference, I was New Kids on the Block.
Okay, yeah.
You liked Donnie, didn't you? You were a Donnie fan.
You like Donnie
Wahlberg.
Yeah.
That's right. Donnie Drama.
Love him in Blue Bloods.
Yeah.
You ever been to a Wahlburgers?
No, I haven't.
I haven't either.
I'm always on the lookout for another good restaurant to frequent.
I've been wanting a really good smash burger. You know, the ones where they smash them flat on the grill? Mm-hmm. Oh, man, I've been wanting one of those for a while.
Hey, the Irish Pub here in town, that's their burger of the month.
Is it?
Yeah. 2 half-pound patties. 2 half-pound patties smashed.
Might have to swing through. So set to kick are the Jays. This is a new kicker, number 30, Robbie Compton. He kicked the last one as it's deep to Addison Allen. He picks it up at the 15, crosses the 20 to the 25, and he's tackled at the 26. We'll see if the Warriors can put some points on the board. They need something here, guys.
Yeah, something just to build a little confidence, something you can take into next week. But, again, Coach Lambert, true to his word, the starters are coming back out on the field defensively, so I think they're going to get one series here defensively, and then we're going to see the JV unit for North Judson.
First and 10 for the Warriors, trying to put something together here. It's been a tough one tonight. And as head coach Josh Burgess told Chris a little bit earlier on the sideline, a lot of it had to do with themselves shooting their own foot with those penalties. As here's a handoff right at the line of scrimmage. Not much. Wilcox in on the tackle for the Blue Jays. Also Brock Benson. I think I saw also number 54 for the Blue Jays, Christian Hiddle, in there as well. They just do such a good job at containing.
Yep, their line closes up and their defensive backs are plugging those holes immediately.
2nd and 10, running clock sees us at 4:20 to go here in the third quarter already. Under center, it's Aiden Schooler, takes a snap, spins around, hands off, and met at the line of scrimmage again. Nothing going. Tackle.
Hey, Mitch, I got an update. I found my nephew. He come back.
Oh, gosh.
Lo and behold, they didn't have what I asked for, but both my nephews are down here eating now. How nice is that?
Where's his coffee?
Tell you what, I got nothing but love in this family, I'm telling you.
Man, that's great. That's hilarious. He comes back with his own plate of food and he forgot your coffee.
Comes back with tacos for him and his brother.
Jeez. No taco for Chris. It's back in action, 3rd and 10. Yep. Schooler, botch snap, picks it up, rolls to the near sideline, fires. It's intercepted by Josiah McDaniel. Back to the 20, cuts in to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown, Blue Jays! Josiah McDaniel, pick 6.
Yeah, that he's blown up. He is blown up. Linebackers right through the A gap.
Oh. Late flag on the play, so let's see what happens here.
Late flag. The flag is spotted at the 15-yard line. I think this is coming back, fellas.
I didn't see what the call was.
Yeah.
I'm looking for the signal there, and I've never seen the signal that the official made. I've never seen that signal before.
The flag's right on the 15-yard line. They're going to take this touchdown back, so I think they're going to give the interception to the Jays.
During the return.
But we're just not really given an explanation. Oh, helmet-to-helmet contact, Chris.
Yeah, I didn't see it, but that pass was intended for Addison Allen. Schooler just kicked out after the play got blown up by the linebacker, tried to make something out of nothing, heaved it up. It looked like for a second Allen was going to catch it, but got picked off and went. Now we're going back the other direction.
So they negate the touchdown, but the Jays do have it, and we will now see under center for the Jays. It's Javen Christensen taking the snap, spinning around, handing off up the left side, and it will be carried by number 12, Logan Pradke. So here's where we're going to start seeing the backups getting more time here for the Jays with 1:20 to go in the third.
Nice run for Pradke, only a sophomore, 5'11", 185. Got himself 6 or 7 on that run.
We've seen Asen Harper, the freshman, take snaps. Now we will see Javen Christensen, who will take it, hand off to Evan McGowan up the middle, not much going. But it's interesting, Coach Lambert is getting snaps for Christensen as well as Harper, Chris.
Yeah, both, Javen's a sophomore and Harper's a freshman. So, yeah, in the fourth quarter, I think we're going to see Harper get some snaps.
Christensen under center. Evan McGowan in the backfield. Sets his man in motion, takes a snap. It's Pradke up the left side, breaks a tackle. The second one comes over out of nowhere. That was Tierson Wolford getting him in the backfield. It'll bring up 4th down, and this will be the end of the third quarter. Running clock here at Liberty Field in North Judson, Indiana, as the Blue Jays lead the Winamac Warriors, their rival, 48-0. We're taking a break. Coming back, fourth quarter action on the way.
At First Farmers Bank and Trust, agriculture has been a cornerstone of our business for more than 135 years. Our personal relationships within the ag community run deep for multiple generations. If you're looking for a financial partner that knows, understands, and supports agriculture, I'd love to hear from you. I'm Isaac Blue, Ag Banker at First Farmers. Come into our Knox, North Judson, or Culver branches, or visit us online at ffbt.com when you're ready to talk about growing your operation. First Farmers Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal opportunity lender.
This is Josh Burgess, head coach of the Winamac Warriors. Stay tuned for more Warrior football on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
It takes smart planning by a skilled expert to get you just the right heating, cooling, and energy-efficient system for your home. McGrath Refrigeration can install an affordable Armstrong air system that will cut your energy costs while enhancing your comfort. You'll see the difference in your first energy bill. McGrath Refrigeration, voted Stark County's favorite heating and air conditioning dealer, is your local Armstrong Air dealer. Call today, 574-772-3575. McGrath Refrigeration, where the temperature is always just right.
Back at Liberty Field. Mitch Columbia along with Isaac Blue and Chris McGowan. We go to the fourth quarter. 48-0, the North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays lead the Winamac Warriors. As we are back at action, it's Javen Christensen taking it out of the gun. Toss out the number 22, and he gets tackled in the backfield. That was Evan McGowan. So the Warriors' defense is playing a lot stronger here up against the second stringers of Judson.
Just not the same offensive front, not the same power at running back. So, they should be doing a little bit better as to be expected here.
And this was kind of a test 2 weeks ago, Chris, when we saw them go up against the Cavs. They had no problems continuing the Jays' way of play. But now here 2 weeks later, the Warriors' defense is standing up saying, we're not going to let your second stringers just run all over us.
Yeah, Winamac's playing with a little bit of pride there, that's for sure.
Under center, as it was a turnover on downs, it's a toss out to Addison Allen, and he will get it to about the 27, 28-yard line. I lost my train of thought. That was a turnover on downs there for the Jays. They just were not able to get the first down. So now the Warriors have it. They get 4 on the carry from Allen up the far sideline. 2nd and 6 now with that running clock, 10:40 to go. 48-0, the Blue Jays lead. We remind our listeners, the Jays haven't allowed any points since week 2. Defensively, since week 1. That week 2, as Chris just mentioned a little bit ago, that was a kickoff return by LaVille. Next play, Schooler, hands off up the middle. It's Ethan Burgess inching closer to that first down marker. It'll probably be 3rd and 1 here. When you start to think about the defense of this Jays team, Chris, I mean, not allowing points in 5 weeks now.
Yeah, it's pretty good, but it still doesn't rank up there with one of the best defensive units. The 85 team from North Judson actually started the season with 10 consecutive defensive shutouts.
Wow.
The defensive coordinator from that team is actually standing down here just in front of me. He actually had over 100 career defensive shutouts as a defensive coordinator.
You talking about Orcus?
Talking about Orcus.
Schooler takes a snap, steps back, looks to throw, has Ethan Burgess at the 47, in Blue Jay territory to the 40, now to the 36, and a nice pass play there for the Winamac Warriors.
Yeah, that was excellent. Ethan Burgess, he makes a man miss and gets wide open as a slot receiver there and catches that ball. He had plenty of time because that ball was a little bit underthrown. But that's what you're going to have with a secondary here. These free safeties are a little bit smaller, not quite as quick as the first string team, and they just weren't able to get there to him and stop that catch.
Fresh set of downs for the Warriors. They're in Jay's territory. On the 37, under center, Schooler takes a snap, steps back, looks to throw, has Addison Allen on the far side of the field to the 25, tackled at the 24, so they're getting the passing game going here.
I really like what they're doing. They're taking some chances. They know that these DBs and free safeties are a little bit undersized, so they're taking some chances. Man, that Addison Allen, he's playing both sides of the ball. He's been beat up all night. That kid's a hoss, so good catch for him. I'm glad he got some yards on that play.
The Warriors are not short of athletes, that's for sure. The score does not indicate the athletes that the Warriors have on the field. The Jays are just very, very good this year. As under center, it's Schooler taking the snap, handing off Ethan Burgess up the left side. This time, not much going. Tackled at the 23, the 24-yard line, right at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, Allen there as a blocker misses that block. And they just come crashing down on him, and for little to no gain, maybe a gain of 1.
Score update from Jimtown. Miles McLaughlin scores again. Conroy gets the extra point with his leg, 35-7 with 2:50 to go in the third quarter. Back in our game, 48-0, the Jays lead. Warriors in Jays territory, hoping to put points on the board. It's Schooler taking the snap. Addison Allen up the far sideline to the 15, 10, 5. Touchdown Warriors! Addison Allen. They said you're not going to shut us out tonight, and the Warriors put points on the board, Chris.
running that counter play right there.
I think Chris has coffee.
Against that JV defense, and again, Winamac playing with a lot of pride and taking the necessary steps to get into the end zone. That's for sure.
You got your coffee too.
Yeah, my sister, she must have heard it on the radio. She brought it to me.
She said, Chris is complaining again. We wouldn't want you to freeze to death down there, Chris.
Oh, it's beautiful out.
It is, isn't it? Nowhere near like that semi-state game we had here in North Judson a couple of years ago. Going for two are the Warriors. It's a toss out to Addison Allen. Cuts up the middle, trying to fight his way forward, but he will not get the two-point conversion. It keeps it 48-6 with 6:20 to go in the ball game. But the Warriors get points on the board. It is the first team to be able to score on the Blue Jays defense since the Knox Redskins in week 1. So that is something that the Warriors, they can come away from this game and say, hey, everyone else that played the Jays didn't get points on the board. We did. We didn't allow that to happen. That's at least one positive I feel like you can take away from this game.
Oh, most definitely, yeah. You able to end the scoreless streak that North Judson had going. So looks like North Judson might be putting a hands team together here, or what I used to call the bomb squad anytime you were expecting an onside kick.
Score update from Pioneer, Chris and Isaac. The Cavs fall to Pioneer 45-20 is the final as the Culver Cavs move to 1-6 on the season. It's been a tough season for them, Chris.
Yeah, it has. Again, started off the season with that first win, defeating Attica, but have struggled since. But again, they're making strides. They're heading in the right direction. Just right now, too inconsistent to get varsity wins.
Shout out to Paul Dunn for sharing with me that score update. We have a West Central score update coming your way. Stay tuned for that. As set to kick this one deep to the Jays is Talon Garner. He does just that. It's a short kick to the 30. Picked up, crosses over to the 35. Still on his feet, spins out of it. Fumble on the play, but they're calling it dead. It was picked up by 33, Aiden Christensen, the sophomore, but he was tackled so hard the ball came out. It looked like a fumble, but no, he was down, and that's where the Jays will start this next drive as our score update from Francisville, Indiana sees the West Central Trojans beat Faith Christian 42-3. Big-time win for the Trojans, Chris.
Yeah, West Central must have taken care of the football, got that no-huddle offense going, and took care of business tonight against Faith Christian.
At half in North Miami, the South Central Satellites trail 34-14. They're fighting, though, and they're putting points on the board. Good for the Satellites. Back in our game, the Jays have it. In their own territory on the 37, 1st and 10, takes the snap. It's Javen Christensen keeping it himself to the 40, to the 41, and that's where he's brought down. Interesting run. They're still doing that same option offense that we know so well from the Blue Jays. It's just with a younger generation of Blue Jays now doing it.
Yeah, that was actually Harper, the freshman at quarterback.
Oh, it was Asen Harper. So Asen Harper in there now. Thank you, Chris, for that. So Asen Harper now taking snaps. We saw Javen Christensen in the third. Now we see Asen Harper here in the bottom of the third quarter. Fourth quarter. My gosh, I'm losing track of time. It's flying by. Under center. It's Asen Harper takes the snap up the middle. Number 33, Aiden Christensen gets it crossed to the Winamac Warriors side of the field at the 48, and it's a big-time Blue Jay first down.
Winamac is still failing to get their secondary to plug these holes. The line is getting bullied and opened up a perfect B-gap run for Aiden Christensen to get downhill and get a nice gain of, 10 to 12?
It was every bit of it. Started at the, every bit of it. As under center, it's Asen Harper. Ooh, and he gets the Warriors off sides. Hard count there. So they will assess the penalty. It'll spot it at the 42-yard line in Warrior territory. That clock keeps on ticking. 3:45 to go in the ball game. 48-6. Under center. Harper takes a snap, spins around, hands off to, that is Christensen again. And he will get closer to the 38-yard line. It'll bring up 2nd and 1 here.
Yep, Christensen goes into motion, just grabs that ball, finds himself, like I said, another gap. This 6-man front just keeps getting bullied, and their secondary not closing down on him. So I think Coach is just going to keep running the ball, run the clock out, and keep with what he's got here until the game's over.
2nd down for the Jays. 1 yard to go. Under center, it's Asen Harper. Takes the snap. Hands off up the middle. They're going to get the first down and more. Tackled not much later. It was carried by Evan McGowan, the freshman. Enough for a first down. We remind all of our listeners to stop by Papa Farm Pizza after the game for fresh ingredients that separates their pizza from any others. That's Papa Farm Pizza, downtown Knox. Call 574-772-5888 to place your order now, as well as online. Keener Construction is proud to be a Knox Redskin alum. They are excited to witness the Redskins take the field each week this season. Call Chad Keen at Keener Construction today for all your construction needs at 574-806-1387. Harper under center takes the snap, spins around, hands off. Not much going. A big-time tackle by number 7, Tierson Wolford. Maybe a yard on the carry, if that.
And that's what they need to work on. He tries to go just to the right of the center there, and Wolford comes in, closes up the gap, makes a tackle. That's the kind of stuff they've been needing this whole game, and that they're going to need as they go on to next week if they're going to compete in this conference.
2nd and 8. Harper under center. McGowan in the backfield. Sets his man in motion, takes a snap, pulls the handoff, keeps it himself. Up the right side, and he's tackled at the 26-yard line. Asen Harper on a quarterback keep. And I notice, Chris, you're down there talking to a North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jay legend, Hank Orcus. What's he have to say about this game, Chris?
Yeah, I think he'd like to see North Judson keep pouring it on. But, again, just glad to see these younger kids being able to get into the game and watching them execute against Winamac's varsity defense.
Yeah. 3rd and 3, under a minute to go in this ball game. Harper under center, sets his man in motion, takes a snap, hands off to the man in motion, and he trips and falls at the 25. It was number 40. That was Elijah Allen, the sophomore. Is it wet down on the field, Chris?
Not really. Just tried to plant on his inside foot. You can't do that. That's a cardinal sin as a running back.
Last 20 seconds of this ball game here. It's been a running clock the entire second half. 9:30 Eastern, 8:30 Central. We got this game in 2 hours. Harper under center, takes a snap, hands off to McGowan up the middle, and that will be the end of the ball game. 48-6. The North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays beat their rival, the Winamac Warriors, here in Week 7 as they continue the winning ways. They are now still undefeated. 7-0. 7-0, Chris. My gosh.
And they back home next week against the Caston Comets. So
what an impressive win for the Jays. We're going to break this down in the Collins Insurance post-game show. We'll also have our Stark County Co-op Play of the Game, our Ashley Derrickson 5-star Player of the Game. We'll chat with Isaac Blue of First Farmers Bank and Trust a little bit more, as well as our sideline sports analyst, Chris McGowan. You're listening to KVB's WKVI.
Howard's Marathon in Winamac has a reputation built on getting things done right. With 30 years' experience as an ASE Master Auto Technician, Dean Wentz is the right choice for the auto repairs or service. From auto computer diagnostic checks to new batteries and tires, they can take care of it all. Howard's Marathon is a proud supporter of area high school sports and wishes all teams a great season. Howard's Marathon, 121 South Monticello Street in Winamac. Call 574-946-6894.
The key to high-yielding crops is accurate and dependable soil testing. This is Andy Awald of Farm Fertilizers and Seeds. Having the right information to make the most profitable fertility decisions is what Image Services from Farm Fertilizers and Seeds is all about. We combine cutting-edge technology and computerized record-keeping with a common-sense approach to soil sampling and fertilizer recommendations. Whether it be by management zone for field-level applications or grid-based for variable rate applications, count on Image Services by Farm Fertilizers and Seeds for your soil service needs this fall.
Real magic is everywhere. It's in your mom's cooking, in 4-hour dinners with friends, in that first bite of something new, and in the fizz of a Coca-Cola. Now with so many options for less than $5, the Coca-Cola Value Collection will help you make the most out of every magic moment for so much less. Taste the magic for less with Coca-Cola.
Welcome to the Collins Insurance Agency's post-game show. Let's get back to Mitch Columbi and Chris McGowan.
48-6 is the final as the North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays are still undefeated here in Week 7. I'm Mitch Columbi. The tradition continues here on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting as WKVI will always be there. We're also accompanied by First Farmers Bank and Trust. Isaac Blue, who is on the call tonight. Isaac, what'd you think?
Hey, Mitch, I'll tell you what. First of all, this was a fantastic weather-wise night for some Indiana football. It was great to come out and be with you and Chris tonight and see the number 1 ranked team in the conference take care of business, but also see Winamac. I got some friends, and some coworkers from down in that area too. So it was good to get to see them as well and see how they do things here in the southern part of Stark County.
Yeah, well, and that's something we haven't really talked about either, Chris, is they're the number 1 ranked team in the state, but they're also the number 1 team in the conference right now. They're running away with it undefeated in the HNAC.
Yeah, and, got Caston coming in next week, and then they travel Week 9 to Pioneer. So Coach Lambert probably hoping that they don't have a repeat performance of last year where they played Pioneer in Week 9 and then had to open up with them in the first round of the sectional. So could be very interesting here the next 2-3 weeks.
Yeah, and Pioneer has only lost 1 game, and that is to the Knox Redskins this season. So ever since that Knox Redskin loss for the Panthers, Chris, they've really turned things around there in Royal Center.
Yeah, a couple years ago they were really young, and now those underclassmen are now upperclassmen for Pioneer. And again, you want to talk about a program, a 1A program that has a lot of pride and a lot of tradition. That Pioneer program is always a tough team to take on. And I tell you what, Coach Barry does an excellent job down there at Pioneer, and North Judson may have their hands full going to the pit here in 2 weeks.
Well, let's chat a little bit about this game tonight, fellas. It was Blue Jays early and often, Isaac.
Yep, I'll tell you what, Coach Lambert had a great game plan coming into this game. Their offensive line bullied Winamac from the beginning. They were able to pretty much impose their will and run, and they were able to hold off their defensive line to get a couple nice pass plays in. A little bit of work needed maybe on special teams, but as the season goes, that's going to improve and get them ready here for the postseason. But overall for North Judson, I can tell why they're the number 1 team in the state in the Division 1A.
Yeah. And Chris, flip sides for the Winamac Warriors. What do you say to the team after a game like this?
They got better. That's all you can do. You play the number 1 team in the state of Indiana, the best team in the conference. You get out of it. Looked like they got out of it healthy, which is huge. And now you start getting some of your starters back for the next few weeks, because I tell you what, Winamac has a couple teams on the schedule if they play like they did tonight with their starters, they can get 2 more wins.
Score update from Jimtown. The Knox Redskins score again. It's a Miles McLaughlin run, 70 yards out, guys. The extra point was no good, but Knox leads Jimtown, the Jimmies, 41-7 with under 9 minutes to go in the ball game. Chris, the Knox Redskins they just keep getting better, it seems like, each week.
Yeah, they do, and I tell you what, right now, that missed extra point, I guarantee you, Coach Radke's probably not very happy about, because that would have given them a running clock, and they would have got out of Bago Township a little bit earlier.
34-14 was the last score update I had at the half for the South Central Satellites. They traveled all the way to North Miami for an HNAC battle. They trail, as I said, 34-14. You had a chance to see the Knox Redskins. What was it, last week or the week before?
No, it's been 3 or 4 weeks. I saw them play the academy, play at Culver.
Yeah.
So
you saw a heck of a game.
That was a great game. I think it came down to a 2-point game at the very end. So it was good. And
what sticks out to you, if you remember, about the Knox Redskins right off the bat?
They're just like last year. They're a very physical team. They're able to, much like what we saw tonight, they're able to run at will. That McLaughlin kid is tough. And their coaching staff just seems to know how to scheme just about every team that they play. Probably only downside is they lost some bodies from last year that made them an imposing force. What you saw, I think because they dropped the game against North Judson, first game of the season. But they're going to be a good ball team. They're growing, and they're going to be good here coming into the end of the season. Yeah,
I actually had another score update come in. Jimtown gets another score, Chris. A long touchdown run. The 2-point conversion was no good. They went for it for 2, but Knox leads 41-13 with 8 minutes left in the ball game. Another couple of score updates. The West Central Trojans pick up a big win as they host Faith Christian tonight. The Trojans move to 5-2 now, Chris, as they beat Faith Christian 42-3. The Culver Cavaliers fall to Pioneer 45-20. And then in our game, the North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays beat the Winamac Warriors 48-6. We're going to take a break and come back. We will have our Stark County Co-op Play of the Game and then our Ashley Derrickson 5-star Player of the Game. So don't go anywhere. This is the Collins Insurance Post-Game Show, and you are listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
It's hard to believe, but time sure does fly by. Collins Insurance Agency in downtown Knox are celebrating over 30 years of taking care of all of your insurance needs in our communities.
If I could turn back time.
And we're not going anywhere.
Stop in and see Jim and the crew at Collins Insurance Agency in downtown Knox.
Insurance you can count on from a business you've trusted since 1989.
Proud presidential partners of Western Reserve.
On the way home from the game, a deer jumps in front of your truck. And now you've got to get that truck repaired. Make it easy on yourself. Take it to Mark's Body Shop. Mark's has done expert auto body service since 1998 and will work with you and your insurance provider for collision repair, custom body paint, and insurance work. And all work guaranteed by owner Mark Schell. Mark's Body Shop, proud to support high school sports. 772-7003.
It's time for the Stark County Co-op Play of the Game. Let's return to the voices of WKVI Sports, Mitch Columbi and Chris McGowan.
48-6 is the final as the North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays beat their rival, the Winamac Warriors, here in North Judson at the historic Liberty Field. It's time now for our Stark County Co-op Play of the Game. Let's send it down to our sideline sports analyst, Chris McGowan. Chris, what was our play of the game?
You got to start with that first defensive series for North Judson and the scoop and score by Trey McGowan. Kind of set the tone early for North Judson defensively, and they never looked back after the scoop and score on the fumble.
Thoughts?
Can't disagree. Hey, they asserted their dominance right after that. I mean, immediately right off the bat, punched him in the mouth. And when you're getting dominated by in scoring by the defense, that's demoralizing to the other team.
That's actually not the first Stark County Co-op play of the game this season, Chris, where it was on the first drive. Think about that. That's not the first time we've given that to the Jays, I don't believe.
Right, and again, I mean, to start the game like that, again, it sets the tone, and that makes it the play of the game. It's pretty obvious because you get a score like that, it just demoralizes the Warriors, and North Judson, they gave up the touchdown late there. The JV did, but again, just the scoop and score from about 30 yards out or so, 35 yards out, and North Judson never looked back.
Well, that scoop and score right there, what was it, like the first play, or was it the second play of the game?
Might have been the third play of the game.
Well,
but yeah, it was right there. I mean, it was on the very first possession. I mean, Winamac didn't have a first down yet, so yeah.
Well, congratulations to the scoop and score. Who was it again?
Trey
McGowan. Yeah, that's right. Why would I say that? Sorry, Chris. My bad. My bad. Trey McGowan on the scoop and score for our Stark County Co-op play of the game. We're going to take a break and come back. The Ashley Derrickson 5-star player of the game is up next. This is the Collins Insurance postgame show on KVB's WKVI.
The Stark County Co-op has been a member-owned farm services co-op in Stark County since 1928. That's over 90 years, and they're still providing the same quality agronomy services to the farming community of Stark and surrounding counties. The Stark County Co-op is an LP and fuel provider. The Stark County Co-op purchases grain at both locations, Hamlet and Brems. You can reach them by phone at 1-800-782-3392, the Stark County Co-op.
Pulaski Memorial Hospital. Quality care closer to home. Pulaski Memorial Hospital is all about community and keeping our community spotlight shining on the accomplishments of our youth. That's why PMH is proud to be a sponsor of our local high school sports action on WKVI, our community radio station. Pulaski Memorial Hospital. Quality care closer to home.
It's hard to believe, but time sure does fly by. Collins Insurance Agency in downtown Knox are celebrating over 30 years of taking care of all of your insurance needs in our communities.
If I could turn back time.
And we're not going anywhere.
Stop in and see Jim and the crew at Collins Insurance Agency in downtown Knox.
Insurance you can count on from a business you've trusted since 1989.
Proud presidential partners of Western Reserve.
Time to announce the Ashley Derrickson 5-star player of the game. Mitch?
Hey, thanks, John. It's time now for our Ashley Derrickson 5-star player of the game. Given in memory of Ashley Derrickson, a 2008 graduate of North Judson-San Pierre High School, who battled cancer throughout her high school career before losing that battle on December 12th. Of 2008. We'll tell you who's earned that honor after this word from 5-star.
5-star, the largest meat and grocery store in the area, focused on quality, value, and customer service. The 5 stars in the name of the store come from 5 family members of the original owner serving in World War II, each one represented by a blue star on a flag hanging in the front window of the family home. That's why even decades later, 5-star is known for its dedication to service. Now that dedication means savings for you. 5-star, one of the We Care stores, the area's largest meat and grocery store, focused on quality, value, and customer service. Located, you know where, in the Knox Mall.
What are you thinking, Chris?
Well, I tell you what, my nephew, Trey McGowan, had the scoop and score on the first defensive series. On the second defensive series, he had the interception.
Yeah.
Right up there, but I got to go with I got to go with Brock Benson.
Wow. You set me up there.
Yeah, I got to go with Brock Benson. Just a workhorse. Had to have well over 100 yards. He's inching closer to the all-time rushing record here at North Judson. Just a great performance offensively, and I'm probably going to catch some slack from my family about the player of the game, but hey, it is what it is. I'll just tell him he has to do better next time.
See, that's what he uses. Well, today's broadcast is brought to you in part by 5 Star. We thank them for supporting local high school sports and remind you to shop local. That's 5 Star in the Knox Mall. Brock Benson, Isaac Blue, what do you think?
Look, he did it all tonight. Not only did he carry the ball and ran over, defenders, but he blocked. And you know what? Any running back that is selfless enough to allow somebody else to carry that ball, he went out and found defenders to block. If he didn't have anybody at the line, he was looking downfield for a linebacker, blowing up holes and extending plays. So I gotta agree with Chris. He did it all. The kid is a stud, and if he's able to keep that eye for blocking, he's going to help this team go far in the postseason.
We thank the Stark County Co-op, your local agricultural cooperative that offers an array of service and support, including grain, agronomy, seed, fuel, and LP Petroleum. Call 574-867-2411 to contact the Stark County Co-op. It's nice to hear Brock Benson's name mentioned as the player of the game, Chris, because a lot of the times it's been Cole Wilcox being the main running factor for the Blue Jays. Not saying that there isn't other options. It's just been Cole Wilcox a lot the last few weeks. It's nice to hear Brock Benson's name.
Yeah, Cole got his carries later, but it seemed like North Judson really wanted to establish Benson. And again, when you run the triple option like North Judson does, if they're not going to take away that first option, it's going to be a long night. And it was a long night for the Winamac Warrior defense. So, Brock does his thing. But again, when Judson does line up in that I formation and they're running ISO or they're running power, it's Brock Benson. He's the one out in front leading the way. So, again, just Judson's so balanced offensively. They got a four-headed monster, and then, you throw in Trey McGowan as a receiver. Very tough to defend.
Osborne Advantage Real Estate is a proud sponsor of local high school sports and would love the opportunity to make you feel right at home here in Stark County. Call them today at 574-896-2567. Sideline Automotive is a hometown proud auto care shop, recently voted Stark County's best for tires and oil changes. Call Joe today at 574-249-5537. The Winamac Warriors will now go back home to see the South Central Satellites next week. Chris, we will be there for that game. The Satellites are having a tough time against North Miami. Do the Warriors probably pick the pieces back up throughout this next week, get their injured individuals back onto the field healthy, and pull out a win potentially next week, hopefully?
Yeah, I think they do. I think, South Central having to make the long trip to North Miami and then another long trip to Winamac next week. And Winamac getting healthy at the right time, I look for the Warriors to come away with the victory.
L&D Farms is a proud sponsor of local high school sports. They are no stranger to hard work and dedication and recognize the structure and discipline that goes into playing sports and being part of a team. L&D Farms wishes all local teams good luck this season. Finally, local union USW 9551 is a proud sponsor of local high school sports. They believe in the future of these young adults and wish them good luck as they take on their opponents this season. As Chris said, the Jays will host the Caston Comets next week as they hope to continue the winning ways. They're 7-0 right now as KVB's WKVI Sports is back in action next Friday as we will be in Winamac, Indiana to see the Warriors host another one of our area teams in the South Central Satellites. It will be a Hoosier North Athletic Conference battle. We will be going live at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central. That's right here on 99.3 FM and streaming throughout the world on WKVI.com. Hey, we remind you to join us tomorrow morning on the Saturday Sports Line, the longest-running high school sports show in Indiana, thanks to our very own Harold Welter. We always have several of our area head coaches on hand as we go live at 9 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Central on 99.3 FM and online at WKVI.com. If you ever miss the Saturday Sports Line, don't worry. Take a deep breath. We remind you of the Saturday Sports Line replay every Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern. 6 p.m. Central. Hey, follow us on social media. We are on Instagram at WKVI Sports, on X at KVB Sports, and on Facebook at Sports to the Max for all Kankakee Valley Broadcasting sports content. Stay tuned for our Goosehead Insurance post-game report. That's on social media. Make sure to keep an eye out for that as well as follow us on all of them. Final word from you tonight, Chris.
Just a workmanlike performance from these Blue Jays, and they improved to 7-0 and proved once again why they are the number one team in the state of Indiana.
Isaac, final word from you.
Hey, it's been a pleasure, gents. You guys are pros. It was great to see a great team Local team, like I said, First Farmers is in Knox, North Judson, and Culver. And so we support all the teams of all three of those communities, so I'm not any partial or biased to one or the other. But I have seen a few too many Knox games. It was great to come down to North Judson and see how it's done down here. So great to see this community really proud of its ball team. And I'll tell you what, nothing revitalizes a community like having a great ball club, something that you can get behind and root for. So I just appreciate you guys having me, and hope to do it again sometime.
Talk about First Farmers Bank and Trust and what you do for them.
Absolutely. I'm an ag and commercial banker. I do operating loans. I do real estate, equipment loans. For like I said, for agriculture and commercial. So if you run a business, or if you're work on a farm, if you're in the combine tonight, I'm going to be working ground all day tomorrow for a local farmer that I'm friends with. So I feel your pain. I grew up on a farm. I'm here to support farmers. Give me a call. The number is 574-772-6253. We're in Knox, North Judson, and Culver. I cover all three of those branches. So if you're listening in one of those three, if I'm not there that day, tell the tellers, and they'll call me, and I'll come down and visit you. Any business or ag operation. So thanks for the plug, Mitch. I appreciate
absolutely.
that.
Hey,
yeah.
It's been an honor to have you on. I know we wanted you a couple of weeks ago, but it didn't work out. I'm so happy you came tonight.
Yep.
It's an honor.
Glad to make it up. I caught COVID, if you can believe that.
It's terrible.
Yeah,
but you're alive.
I thought that was all done.
You survived.
But I guess it's still a thing. So, but yeah, thanks for letting me make it up, and hope to do it again someday.
Absolutely. It's Isaac Blue of First Farmers Bank and Trust. Did a fantastic job stepping in. Hey, he played football. You could tell tonight. You know the game, Isaac.
I'm no Chris Collinsworth, but I at least tried to hang in there with you guys. Maybe closer to a Tony Romo or something like that.
Okay. I like the analogy there.
Yeah.
Well, our final tonight from Liberty Field saw the North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays beat the Winamac Warriors 48-6. From all of us here at KVB, we thank you for listening to Indiana High School football. For our sports analyst Chris McGowan and Isaac Blue of First Farmers Bank and Trust, our in-game announcer John Thompson, I am Mitch Columby. The tradition continues. We are Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Thank you for listening to Indiana High School football on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI. Sponsored in part by Coca-Cola, Culver's Portside Marina, L&D Farms, Farm Fertilizers, First Farmers Bank and Trust, Lawrence Farms, Mark's Body Shop in Knox, Zingo Express, Pulaski Memorial Hospital, Stark County Co-op, The Auto Park with locations in LaPorte, Plymouth, and Bremen, USW Local 9551, Collins Insurance, McGrath Refrigeration, Web Printing, and JT's Shirt Shack, Kankakee Valley REMC, Osborne Advantage Real Estate, Keener Construction, LAP Waste, Sideline Automotive, Howard's Marathon of Winamac, and 5 Star. We'd like to thank our sponsors for their dedication in supporting local high school sports and helping continue the tradition on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Touchdown!